Oh, this fucking intro. This gives me so much life.
I
Every
took the
time I
picture, don't
look at
worry.
this. Every time I look at this fucking screen.
Yeah.
Maiden of the Grease. I always forget. Oh my god. But no, if you and I was just about to say if you do drugs with me, we'd be laughing the entire time. And as I was thinking that in my head, I looked at myself with a fucking cigar in my mouth. The fucking blunt.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that's there. I look over at it every time, and I'm just like, oh yeah, like that's there.
That's there. With Cinnabites, Cinnabuns in my
Cinnabons,
Cinnabuns.
absolutely. Oh
What
my
is your
god.
favorite what?
I forgot to. I don't know if I told you this. I watched
Tell me.
the new Hellraiser, 20 last year's Hellraiser.
Yes, we gotta talk about it because
S-
I think I am one of the like only people I spoke to that really liked it.
I I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. It
Mhm.
has things that I didn't like about it, but overall it was a good movie.
I hated the main character and the boyfriend. I thought the characters were extremely
Yeah.
unlikable.
Yeah.
And I wasn't rooting for them. Like I felt bad for like the brother. I felt bad for the chick in the van. Like I felt bad for the friends who were trying
Yeah.
to help.
Yeah.
I thought the ending though was really good.
Mhm.
Like I thought that ending was it just answered a lot of questions that I I had like
Mhm.
if when I'm watching a horror movie and it's very open ended or things that I'm like, well, what about this? And someone says like, well, it doesn't really matter. I'm like, but it matters to me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like it matters to me to know what happened.
My
You
God,
know. So
bless you.
thank you, thank you. Stone Lion Gamer, welcome in.
Hi, Stone.
Um, I really loved the Cinnabites. I loved how they looked. I loved that they had like all those contraptions that they have in them were explained. A lot of things were explained. The god because Pinhead like isn't the ruler. There's someone there's someone or something that kind of rules over and makes people into Cinnabites. It's not
Mhm.
Pinhead, and you kind of learn that, and it's cool. And I like the androgynous Pinhead. I thought it was really cool. I thought they looked really awesome.
Yeah.
I love the design. I have an emote that is me, but as the female Cenobite with glasses and everything.
That's awesome. Yeah, isn't that the emote that I designed Scary after? Or that I wanted to design Scary after?
Maybe she has Scary has the face right, still with the
Yeah.
pins, and then it has
Mhm.
the flowers like the Midsummer ones.
Yeah.
The um the emote that I have is this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one that I saw and I was like, what if we took the Midsommar one
Hmm.
and the yeah, the Pinhead one and just combined them?
It's like the two best things.
Yeah.
It's Hellraiser and Midsommar.
I still have yet to see
Oh
that movie.
no way! What's
Yeah.
keeping you from watching it?
I, I just nothing. Like I really want to. Like I just haven't gotten to yet.
It's fantastic.
I've
Just
heard.
you know, just keep in mind though that it's an A24 movie, so it's artsy. It's not in your face with the spoofs. But every rewatch you see something different, and that's one of the many reasons why I love that movie. It's a visual masterpiece. It has so many cool things about like cults and Vikings and like pagan rituals and shit. It's really interesting, and there's so much background stuff that you miss the first couple of times seeing the movie, and when you
Mhm.
go back for the rewatch you're like holy shit, like you watch it once and then you go look up all the Easter eggs and you watch it again, you're like holy moly, this movie just went from an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. Like it's so fucking cool. It's so good. It's such a good movie.
Cult behavior. My favorite.
I love cult movies. Do you like cult movies?
I probably. I don't know.
Okay, so let's see, have you seen Red State, the Kevin Smith horror movie?
No, but I want to. You've told me about it.
Fantastic. It might still be on Netflix.
Mhm.
Um, there's also Midsommar.
Mhm.
There's The Void. The Endless. The Sacrament. These are all like fantastic cult movies. The Sacrament is kind of like a found footage drink the Kool-Aid thing. Oh, it's so good.
Gotcha.
So fucking good. Fucking love it. You know what? Speaking of good, but not as good as I thought it was gonna be, I've been watching the new Goosebumps series. Have you?
No, is it good?
No. So it's not as good as I thought it was gonna be,
Okay.
but I also like. Have you seen like the Fear Street series on Netflix? I thought it was gonna kind of be like that, like more adult, and it's very not. And it has stars your favorite person ever, Justin Long.
Oh, great.
Probably his worst role. I saw Justin Long and I'm like, perfect.
His worst role?
Max, like,
have you seen him in Barbarian?
He was great. He's so good at playing a scumbag.
Yeah, and that's why I hate him. If there's two actors in this world that I cannot stand, it's Justin Long and Rob Schneider. I can't stand those two.
Rob Schneider, I totally get.
You can do it gets me so angry every time.
You can do it, Nikki.
Yeah.
Bite his freaking head off.
Yeah. Fucking
I
hate
did think
it.
he was funny in 50 First Dates when he was like, "You wanna sneaky behind the cheeky?" I just thought it was. Sorry, Max. Sorry.
I'm used to it at this point. I don't care. No, you know what? You know what movie I can't stand Rob Schneider in? It's so weird. Judge Dredd. I cannot stand him in that movie.
I've never.
It's the Sylvester Stallone one, not the Carl Urban one.
So in my head, when you said Judge Dredd, I went to Club Dread, the Broken Lizards fucking movie, and I was like, Rob Schneider's in Club Dread. I love that movie.
Nah.
Who does he play?
Nah. Clearly Judge Dredd is not as good as that movie that you're talking about, which now I want to see.
Oh, it's called Broken Lizards Club Dread. It's the same guys who made what's that? Snooper Troop? What is it called? Snooper Trooper? Super Troopers.
Starship Troopers?
No, Super Troopers. It's the same. It's by the same people. It's called Broken Lizards Club Dread. It's so funny. It's really dirty though. Just a warning if you don't want to see
all of my favorite movies. Oh.
Yeah, don't watch that. I give the bone labels. I just say like too much boning. There's like it's like a 7 out of 10 like bone because it's about going to a resort and like a singles resort. You know what I mean? And then there's like a guy killing people with a machete. There's like there's a Jimmy Buffett kind of character. It's fucking hilarious.
Nice.
This guy meets this girl named Penelope. His name's Juan. And he's got like a thick accent. He's like, "Oh, Penelope," and he calls her Penelope throughout the entire movie. So now anytime I see someone named Penelope, I say Penelope. There's no way I can't.
That's great.
Penelope, you're the one for me. Speaking of movies, did you see the new Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, I'm going to see it this week probably.
Nice. We watched it in Corn's Discord.
I know.
Friday
I was
night.
busy on Friday night.
No.
I had to celebrate getting 300 followers or something.
Holy shit. Congratulations. How does it feel, man? 300 followers. I remember when I met you, you were like not even at 100.
Yeah. Yeah. God, we started this and I had like 60. I had like 60 followst. I think it was
in a year.
I think it was
240 followers. That's awesome.
I think it was the other night when you asked me how does 300 feel. I was like, I don't know, like 100 more than 200, and you laughed so hard.
That was my favorite thing ever. Because that's the perfect answer. I love it. With a little bit of like sprinkled in Max Stats. That's like Bruce Wayne, fucking Macaulay Culkin, you're fucking Max Stats. You know, like Bruce Campbell plays Sam Axe in that fucking Burn Notice or whatever show he's on. I forget what it's called. Yeah. Max.
My superhero name.
Superhero name.
Just
I
the
love
ability to give out all the sass.
But do it like so wholesome that no one could ever possibly be mad at you.
Actually, there's one person who can be very mad at me when I sass them.
Well, I mean,
but she doesn't get me. She doesn't do it like out of spite or anything. It's just I sass her so much she just hasn't gotten used to it yet.
Well, has she sassed back?
Oh, she sasses me more than I sass her, but I get yelled at it because I don't know.
See, I'm not good at sass because I'm just hurtful. So like if you're just like, hey Allison, I don't think that shirt looks good on you, and I'll be like, yeah, well, it's better than having long red hair. You know, like I would say like.
No, but knowing me, I would laugh at that because ginger jokes make me extremely happy for no reason.
The ginger jade is a curse.
People can't offend me about my own hair when I make jokes about it too.
That's why I embrace my bibbity bop accent, because if I just say all the things that you all are saying behind my back out loud, then nothing could offend me.
Listen, I love your accent. Whenever I get a chance to do it, I take it.
Oh, that's nice.
Listen, it's funny because there's a game I was playing the other day, and there was a character with a New York accent, and I was like, oh my god, Allie's here, and I started doing the accent, I started doing the torture porn and all that.
Porn, sweater weather,
sausage, coffee.
Sausage, coffee.
Yeah.
Krim says that she now says coffee around her house. She texted me
awesome.
a couple days after I left her house, and she's like, I'm saying coffee, I'm doing this. I'm just like, yes. I still think about that moment me and Corin did this. That was the fucking best, and you could just the simultaneous. that was our first guest.
Yes.
Corin and Chill. That was our first guest on our podcast. On this that we're on right now.
I mean, it is ours.
It is ours. It is.
So.
And I insulted Corn by making fun of his mint drink.
Yes.
I was like, that's gross. What the fuck? How dare you?
What do you hate about mint?
It's just like toothpastey. That's what it reminds me of. Like York peppermint patties, it's just chocolate toothpaste, and I want to fucking throw up every time I think of them. Nothing offends me more than York peppermint patties.
Toothpaste has other flavors, you know.
Yeah, they're all shit. They're all bad. I don't want. Oh god. It's just like, can I just use air? This is air flavor. It's like, oh, it doesn't taste like anything. It doesn't feel like anything. As a matter of fact, it's nothing. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. Wait, how many are there? Are there 7?
It's 7.
Now there are.
No,
Okay.
it's 8. It's 8 wonders.
Well, now it is. Because of air. It's just so gross. Like, why are you tasting my candy with chores I have to do? Meaning brushing my teeth. We are 14 minutes into this, and you have choked.
We haven't even done the intro yet.
Oh yes, let me get a cup of coffee. Hold on, I gotta get a sip in.
I'm drink?
Do I want a drink?
Yeah, remember last time when I said the intro and you were drinking something and you did a spit take?
Oh yeah, hold on a second. You may proceed.
What are you, my PR manager? Like,
No, I'm your mom. We have this like fucked up family tree. Corn's like the eldest at the table. he's like the deity that we worship.
Oh my god. Holy
Are you okay, man?
I'm freaking trying to be. Oh god.
How are we gonna? I'm sweating already. How are we gonna make this through?
You're sweating.
Holy
I've been sweating out of pure nervousness this entire time.
I have too much hair. I'm sweating out of nervousness. Oh
Listen,
my god,
I get
that's
really
me before
nervous.
like every stream. I get
yeah,
really nervous
see?
and I just start sweating. I don't even wet my heart rate monitor because I'm already wet. Like my stomach around that area is moist because of nerves. Yeah, moist nerves. It's the worst kind of nerve.
We're never gonna get through this. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Scary for Her Pleasure, where Scary got her eyeballs sucked out by a vacuum because she stole some poor guy in a hospital's wallet. I'm Max.
I'm Allie, and I'm just learning about this.
Did you not see Saw 10?
I did.
That's what I'm referencing.
I thought you just made that up on the spot, and I'm like, Max, what has happened in the last month that we have been not? You know what I mean? That was the best death of the movie.
Yeah, and it wasn't even real.
Ah. Oh, they made the sucky death the best one.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, okay, that the lady who like, okay, first of all, okay, imagine I'm gonna put yourself in this situation. You're sitting down, right? You have the machine, the guy, the girl, the first girl who was doing the test, right? She's in the thing with the thing coming closer to her, right? Jigsaw goes, you have to fucking cut off her leg, put the draining in your fucking bone marrow, suck the bone marrow, and I just be like, I'll just wait out the 3 minutes. Like, there's no way that first she would have passed out. I'm sorry, I should not look at these movies in any form realistic.
Yeah.
But her doing this with the wire, there is no way she'd be like, I give up. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
I would just wait out the 3 minutes and I'd be like, guys, if anyone gets out of here, just tell my cats I love them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then she didn't even fucking, I mean, that was good enough. Like, and then the second person who did the next thing, it was the same thing. It was like 16 seconds left, and the meter's just filling up so slow. They're doing it. They're doing it.
Second girl was the
It was a guy, I remember, but it had to fill up with like blood or something.
Oh, yes. Also, we should probably do this real quick.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Can I get you to pin that for me?
Yeah, I would have just waited to be decapitated. 1000% sure. Yeah, I'll pin that for you.
Thank you.
Pin you. I wasn't even listening to you.
Yeah, that usually seems to be the case. Just kidding.
There's no fucking way that she wouldn't have been able to do it, first of all, and if she even attempted, she would have passed out from the pain, and then she would have been dead anyway. Her face would have been chompy. So I just would have waited for chompy. You know.
Do you have a
also
favorite?
It sucked that one girl like made it, and then Jigsaw was like, get her to a hospital, which I thought was cool. I'm like, you know what, even though he's a schmuck, He respects his own rules.
Yeah.
You know, I like that.
Even though his rules change every movie.
Yeah. You think this is gonna be the last movie?
I don't know. I mean, I personally hope it is because this movie
Yeah.
is a good one to end on.
I agree. I
Uh,
totally agree with that.
Or if they do end it, they should just end John's story. And if they're going to do another like Saw movie, do something like what Spiral tried to do, but do it with like Amanda instead of like just
Yeah.
some jackass cop who can't do anything.
Right, like Amanda second to Jigsaw is probably the most like iconic or important character in the
Yeah.
whole series of Saw. So yeah, have her. You can do like an origin story, but like the thing with her is that like I don't know if you felt like this watching the movie. I love what's her name, Shawnee. I forget her last name. The actress who plays Amanda. She's a
Oh,
great actress.
yeah.
But they're trying to do like this is like a prequel kind of thing, and she looks old as fuck now.
She does.
Or like maybe that haircut they gave her in this movie like just wasn't doing it for her.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you can't make like kind of like a prequel Amanda movie to show like her kind of origin. I feel like with this actress anymore, unless you,
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate to say like make her look younger, but it has been a long time. It really
Yeah.
has. Like these movies have been out, God, since I was probably not even like legal enough to go see them.
The
Alone.
first one came out in 2004.
I was
I believe.
14.
That's
I was
wild
14,
to think about.
yeah. It's wild that, yeah. Oh my God. That was, you want to hear something crazy? That was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's wild to think about.
That's so fucking long. John Kramer's still alive. That actor, Tobin Bell, is not dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he cost the most out of anyone's autographs at Connecticut Horror Fest.
Of course.
When I went the first year, he was there, and so was Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember his was like $100. Like
Jesus.
everyone ranges from like 60 and down usually,
Mm-hmm.
and his was so much money.
Was it like worth it?
I didn't get it. I just
Oh.
saw the prices.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. I didn't do any autographs. I don't think that first year, but usually their prices are around that. I would wait online all day for Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Bruce Campbell actually doesn't do conventions unless there's a professional photo op.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
He's an
Gotcha.
he's an old guy. He doesn't like, he's just like, let me get out of here. He's not going to be at a convention for a fucking 12 hours like Matthew Lillard was, just signing everything
Oh,
and being a
true.
kind man.
Yeah.
He gets cranky. He needs a steak.
Hi, Sickle.
Hi, Sickle. Hi, Sickle. Hi, Sickle. I'm saying hi to Sickle. Oh no, I'm so stupid.
That's not true. Be nice to yourself.
There, Allie. You're doing your best.
You're doing great, Allie. I believe in you.
What other like horror movies have you seen lately that you liked? Because you liked Saw X. I liked. I didn't hate it. I think I'd rather watch Five Nights at Freddy's again, even though the acting was abysmal.
I've been rewatching the Saw movies just because Saw 10. Guess because I really enjoyed it. My favorite Saw movie would probably be. I don't know if I have a favorite Saw movie actually, because I kind of just I kind of just like them. I don't necessarily like. I didn't necessarily enjoy watching them, if that makes sense, because they're kind of just like a lot.
I agree. I agree with that. The first movie I thought was, I mean, I remember the feeling I got watching the first movie, and being like, this is so cool. Them mentioning at the beginning of the movie that like finding that peephole and being like, oh, he likes a front row, view to his, killings, and then learning he was the dead guy in the middle the whole time. He's like, the key's in the tub, but in the beginning he flushed the key down. I literally have goosebumps. I thought that was one of the best parts of like any movie. I really enjoyed Saw 1, and I'll say like I enjoyed it. The other movies are just a little bit torture porn. So after the movie with like the needle pit, I didn't like anything after that. I
Yeah,
thought that
that's two.
Spiral was probably one of the worst in general movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't think that Chris Rock, was that who that was?
Chris Rock.
Should be in a horror movie. I thought it was really bad. I thought it was extremely predictable,
Mm-hmm.
and I really hated it. I didn't like the final Saw. I thought that
Mm-hmm.
one was so bad, and the killings were
Mm-hmm.
just, it was like, oh, just get hung. Like they weren't creative at all.
Mm-hmm.
At least like when I go to watch a Saw movie, I go for now one purpose, and that is to see cool kills.
Yeah.
And same thing as like when I was walking into like the Winnie the Pooh movie, or like Texas Chainsaw, like the new one. I'm like, as long as there's like, I don't expect this to be a banger.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's cool kills, at least I can say I've enjoyed myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watched the final Saw, I just remember being like, these kills are so bad, along with not being a good movie. The kills were terrible, and I hated it.
Yeah.
And I like if it's called the final Saw, then why make more?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad they made Saw X. It was a little bit better,
Mm-hmm.
but shit, they're gonna make more, and it's just gonna be for money grab.
Yeah.
You know, because everyone, every asshole like myself is gonna pay to go see it. Those movies horror movies in general cost so little to make,
Mm-hmm.
comparatively, right, to an action film, a comedy, a drama, anything like that. And then they make so much,
Mm-hmm.
So it's just it sucks for like people who are really big fans, and let's say like, oh, they think that Saw 10 was like the perfect way to tie up the series. 10 is pretty, it's an even number too. It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna it's just gonna be like a money grab for the the people making the movies, and then people who are actually fans of Saw are gonna be probably disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what else are you gonna do? How many spin-offs are you gonna make? It's like the Wandaverse. I mean, it's like the Nun, the Insidious, Annabelle, and now Saw.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Saw. The next one, I'm gonna say it right now. There's gonna be a next one, right? And it's gonna be called Saw Forever. I'm set right now. We're gonna look back on this. Remember this 1 year podcast? Saw Forever is gonna come out. I'm gonna be like, I need a piece of that pie. Hey, I said it first. I got evidence here.
Yeah. Something I do like about Spiral is the villain of that movie. If you look at the traps from Spiral, and you look at the traps from like the main Saw series, you can see how like shitty and like not very well put together the traps in Spiral are, because John is an engineer, and that he like uses that to like, because there's that scene in Saw 3 when Jeff is going through the meat facility, and there's that grinder where it's grinding up all the pigs. And he uses that as like a really good like trap, because and you gotta like engineer it to where like it's not constantly dropping pigs every other like thing. It's
dropping pigs.
I don't know, like that's what it's doing.
I just like the way you say it's not constantly dropping pigs.
But that's what it's doing.
No, the sentence was funny. I like it.
Yeah. And then if you look at the same movie, the what is it? It's the freezer scene where the water is like just freezing the one woman to death.
Dude, that scene hurts me.
Yeah.
When I watch it.
That
it's a horrible torture.
When I walk into that room in Dead by Daylight, or when I used to walk into that room in Dead by Daylight, that room I never got until I watched that movie, and I was like, oh my god, that's so much worse than I thought it was going to be.
Imagine you're just cold, you have cold water, and then they're just throwing cold water on you, and you just fucking
she's like,
to death.
She's just like ass naked, like she can't move, she's like tied up, and like
It's exactly how I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Naked and cold.
Yeah.
Like, please.
Yeah. God.
At least bring me something. Give me a blanket. I don't want anyone to find me like that. Like, please.
Yeah.
That's literally the worst.
Yeah.
She died. She was freezing. Face down, ass up, naked. Like, that's what my fucking obituary is gonna say. Yeah, and then that's what it's gonna say after. Oh no.
I was gonna make a reference to that song. God, what is it? It's I don't remember who makes it, but it's just got that lyric, face down, ass up. That's how we would like the world or whatever. I was gonna make a reference to that, but I couldn't.
Max, I believe, if I'm not mistaken here, it's face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck.
Is that the line? I don't know. I don't like this song.
What did you say, you wholesome little bitch? What did you just say?
I said face down, ass up. That's the way we like the world.
This is unbelievable. That's the most wholesome thing you've ever said.
I literally have always heard that as the lyric.
Well, Max, I'm here to tell you.
I just thought they were talking about sleeping.
Is that how you sleep, Max? Yeah? Face down, ass up? That's some back arch you must have. I don't think I'm that talented. Oh my god. Did everyone just hear how wholesome Max is right now? That's the way we see the world, or whatever the fuck he just said. The cutest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's adorable. That's adorable. You know what Defiled says? He says, ass down, face up. That's the way we like to eat Chipotle. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's so wholesome. That was the cutest thing in the entire world. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to breathe. I can't do it.
We're literally watching you slowly fucking die. Like, I'm watching you get so red that I know eventually your heart's gonna stop.
I've genuinely never listened to that song, so I've only ever heard it in passing moments. So that's just always how I've heard it.
Well, that's how I'm gonna sing it from now on too, because that's adorable and way better. I absolutely love that. It's like I used to really like, when I was like a young teenager, I used to really like Eminem, but my mom was very strict about having CDs that were censored. I didn't have like my first parental advisory CD till I was like 17. So I was listening to like Curtain Call and like the Marshall Mathers EP, but all edited, and it was like ba-ba-bomb, ba-ba-bomb, ba-ba-bomb. Like you couldn't hear like any. It was just like all just not the right lyrics. Lots of cat noises. I can't imagine what that means.
One of my favorite censored songs to ever exist is Last Resort by Papa Roach.
What do they say?
No, literally, like they don't even like try to like censor the words. They literally just put stops in the middle of the song. So it's just like, so it just stops every like couple of seconds and the song just cuts out.
There's no curse words in Last Resort.
Yeah, but it's they censor it because they're talking about like, I don't know, like cutting themselves and whatnot. So, because there's a lot of like depressing shit in that song.
Yeah, they're talking about cutting his life into pieces.
Yeah.
That's a metaphor.
Yeah, apparently that's the part that
my life into pieces. Like what?
I don't
It
know.
just starts out with I just spit all over myself. Imagine the song that starts out with like a bleep. And like it's maybe because it said, did they cut out like, and I'm contemplating suicide? Do they
God, it's
cut
been
that
so
out?
long since I've listened to the censored version because it makes
Have
me
you?
laugh so much.
Oh my god, we have to listen. Now we have to do it. I want to listen to the censored version with you. Have you listened to the Last Resort Falling in Reverse remake that just came out like a couple
Yeah.
months ago?
Yep.
I mean, so I have a funny story. So I'm in the car with Mike,
Hmm.
and he and I heard that it came out. I haven't listened to it yet, and I sent it to him so we could listen to it on the way to wherever we were going. And we listened to it, and obviously, like as you know, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's I mean, Ronnie Radke's voice is something. The
Hmm.
song ends, and I look at Jor, and I'm like, I think I'm pregnant.
Yeah, that's usually the case.
I'm just like, this was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, this is so beautiful. Oh,
Uh,
his voice is just absolutely incredible.
yeah. It's been so long since I've listened to Falling in Reverse.
Falling in Reverse is good. I mean, did they have like another singer before Ronnie?
No, Ronnie pretty much has always been just the band, the entire band. He's been he used to be in Escape the Fate.
Escape the Fate.
Yeah.
I met him. So I went to the what was the whatever label they were on.
Fearless.
I went to
think.
I went to their I went when he was on in Escape the Fate. I went
Oh.
to their concert.
Hmm.
I think it was Epitaph
Oh,
at the
yes.
time.
Yes. Okay.
And there was a bunch of bands. There was like four. I Am Ghost was there.
Hmm.
And then there was four bands there. And I met Ronnie was an asshole. I mean, like whatever I expected that to be, but
Yeah.
holy shit, could they put on a show, man? They sound exactly the same,
Hmm.
like live. It was amazing.
I love that.
But his voice is like one of the best voices I've ever heard in my entire life. Absolutely amazing.
Hmm.
He can. Oh gosh, just oh my goodness. Do you have like a lyricist, or not a lyricist, a guy who's sings, a lead singer of a band, who you think is like the best, that has the best voice? God damn it!
It took you so long to get there.
I know. We got
You're
there
doing
though. Slow
great,
and steady
Allie.
wins.
You're doing great. I believe in you. Do you remember the band Vampires Everywhere?
Nope.
So Vampires Everywhere was a really interesting band. They were
A band of vampires.
I mean, maybe their frontman's stage name is Michael Vampire, so.
It's like, oh my god, it's like fucking Motionless in White, Chris Motionless.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking stupid. You were so Chris Motionless, you fucking asshole. Oh god.
Hey, you leave Chris alone. I love him.
He's a talented man.
He's cool. He's one of my favorite singers, but
Yeah, he's great. Absolutely.
Michael Vampire, when when Vampires Everywhere split up. I'm sorry.
You know, my husband's name is Michael. I'm gonna be calling him Michael Vampire for the rest of our life.
I'm sorry, Jor. When Vampires...
Joy, you're no longer Quentin Tarantino. You're now Michael Vampire.
When Vampires Everywhere split up, he made a new band, and that band was really good. I never remember the name of it, but their first album was like the album that pretty much made me want to like do music for like the rest of my life.
His new band was called Vampires Nowhere.
It had nothing to do with vampires, unfortunately.
His name is now Michael, not Vampire.
God damn it.
It's hyphenated too.
There's 3 hyphens. It's Michael hyphen non hyphen vamp.
1000%. Yes.
Crims, hello. Oh my god, it was funny. The other day, I walked into Crim's stream, and and she's taken a liking to calling me Dick Dude for.
Dick Dudes is so good.
It's.
I said boner bros, but I was there. I was like, it's called boner bros.
It was funny because Crims was like, I want you to know, like, you're my Dick Dude too, and I couldn't stop laughing after that because I was like, I don't know what to say to that.
But dude, he's a dude. He's a dude. Because we're Dick Dudes. Hey. Yes, we got pussy pals. We got Dick Dudes. I mean, we can interchange it with boner bros, or, you know, I don't know, another one for pussy pals. I gotta think, maybe like gush girls. No, forget I said it. No, I said it right in my head. It said it wrong when it came out. I'm sorry. Can we rewind? I mean, thank you all for coming. We've had a great time.
That's staying in. I'm not editing that out. I act like I edit this podcast. No, this is not edited at all.
No.
If we're saying it, it's going in. Giggity question mark?
Dick dude, fuck yeah.
Coming in to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
Save the motherfucking day, yeah, Dick dudes, fuck yeah. I like it. I love it.
I was not expecting this today.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck you said at the very beginning of the podcast, because my stoner brain doesn't remember like 15 minutes ago, but I've like never laughed so hard. I'm still sweating from it, and I don't even remember, but I'm sweating.
I'm still sweating from the joke that we started the podcast with to the joke we just said. So I'm gonna be sweating. What was the joke
that we said at the beginning? The face down. Know. Can you tell Crims about face down, ass up? Crims, wait a second. No. I'm gonna ask her. Crims, what is the lyrics? Face down, ass up. Say the next lyric, because then we'll say what Max thought the next lyric was, because it's adorable and I love everything fucking about it. Like literally everything, everything about it. Yes. Okay. Now Max. Now he did this without smiling. He did this totally like this is it. Like this is fact. This is how the lyrics are. Max, what are the lyrics?
I said. I said face down, ass up. That's the way we like the world.
He's like face down, ass up. That's the way we like the world. And I'm like, do you know what the real lyrics are? He was like, that's not them. He had no idea. It was that's the way we like to fuck. He had no idea. That's the way we like the world. Pussy pal. We have to say it like this now. Face down, ass up. That's the way we like the world. Is that a teen pop? It should be now. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. That was so fucking funny. That was the most wholesome thing in the entire world. I'm just like the most grotesque fucking lyrics. And Max is just like, that's the way I like the world. Face down, ass up. It's a lot of asses, not a lot of faces. It's like reverse, like Snoo, like that planet with all the with giant women who crush pelvises. Yeah. It's just a planet full of people just like ostriches when they hide their face in the dirt and their ass is up. It's just that. That's what all the people are on this planet. That's where your parents are from. That's why you thought the lyrics were We'll be taking a short break while Max recovers from his death. All ass, no face story of my life. I'm the opposite. I'm all face, no ass. There's too much cheek here. Look at all this cheek. There's too much cheek meat. I wish I could take my cheek meat and put it on my ass.
Stop, please. I can't do this anymore.
Scary for her pleasure because she's got a flat ass.
Why are you like this? I need to breathe.
Why? Everything ever. Because I'm a monster and I have no filter. Yeah, little cheek meat. I got some cheek meat. I got these like Santa Claus cheeks. But I smile, see, it's like, yeah. And I'm just like, what do you want for Christmas? At least it has a dimple. It's kind of cute. Except old ladies, when I was growing up, used to be like, oh, I used to sleep on quarters to get that dimple. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Go sleep on your fucking quarters. Fucking damn it.
One speed, you've missed so much. Oh,
Welcome
boy.
in, Father Hen. All I hear is, want this cheek meat. I do. That's the world would be a better, rounder place. But only if I lived on that planet. The planet of face down, ass up. I feel like I would be a peasant on that planet. I'd be a servant. Here you go, Mr. President. And then the butt will come out and say, oh, thank you. And they would slurp the food. And that's how you eat on that planet. Just in case anyone knows. I'm Son Max. Son Max. We got more dick dudes in the chat.
See, one speed fucking gets it.
Yeah, servant of ass. That sounds like one of the movies that we watched over the weekend, Crims. One of the horror movies. The Servant of Ass. Dude, so me and Crims watched a movie called, I think it was called like From Beneath or something like that, or From Below or something. So it was about this chick, and she went on a scuba diving trip with her sister and her boyfriend. And the sister and the boyfriend got eaten by a shark. She got her leg all fucked up and was found on a raft. So now has a therapist she's talking to. She can't go in pools. But most importantly, Max, she's seeing sharks in the curtains. She's seeing sharks come out of the closet, in the hallway. There's closet sharks, Max. We find out this entire time. Oh, I'm sorry. Not only are there closet sharks, but the rotting corpses of the sister and the boyfriend are now haunting her. And they're just decaying. They're like the comic relief, which was hilarious. They're like decaying like every single time you see them. Pretty much what happens is you find out that she was in a coma this entire time because her sister and the brother did die of a shark attack, but she didn't survive either. She was bleeding out, I guess. And they found her and tried to bring her back to life. So the therapist is actually one of the doctors, and then the girl's girlfriend in the movie is another doctor too. And at the end, she just dies. Like the shark in her vision, like eats her. Like it knocks. Okay, this is how it knocks on the door, right? The shark knocks on the door. Can I repeat that? The shark knocks on the door, rings the doorbell. Ding dong. The girl goes, who is it? The shark goes, pizza! She goes, I didn't order pizza. And she's like, and the shark's like, Hawaiian extra ham? Apparently fucking sharks can say Hawaiian extra ham. And then she's like, what's the name on the order? And she's like, I have your pizza. What's the name on the order? I have your pizza. She finally fucking opens the door and the shark goes, and then she dies.
Remember how you said earlier I was high on life?
Yeah.
I'm really feeling it now.
Who needs drugs when you have pizza sharks, right? Hurting sharks. And that was probably the best movie that we watched all weekend. We watched another shark movie called Shark Lake. We watched another shark movie called Shark Week. And then we watched, what was it? Cult of Pinocchio? The Cult of Pinocchio was so fucking good.
Do your friends hate you?
No,
these are
the best movies ever.
like they're trying to give you new fears as
No,
opposed to tough sharks, you know?
I mean, I loved it. I love every second of watching bad movies. Like bad horror movies is what I live for.
Fair enough.
Crims was so cute. I came over. She's like, I put all these movies on Peacock that I thought you'd like, and they're like all like shark or like random like creature feature movies, and I'm like, this is so me. I love it.
They know you so well.
We just spent like hours in bed watching movies. It was the fucking best.
That's awesome.
Like literally the best time ever. Yeah. Being like, what are we watching? It was so we're like, we need to know how this ends.
Yeah. One day, like I'm gonna invite a bunch of my friends over and just watch unapologetically bad crocodile movies.
Which one's the worst?
Oh God. We'll figure it out together, cause
I think the movie Lake Placid is great. The first one with Betty White.
the first one's good.
I
All
love
the other ones
where...
are. They're movies.
Oh, they're bad. They're movies. They were made.
They exist somehow.
I love it when she told the police officer, she's like, "If I had a dick, I'd tell you to suck it." And I'm just
Is that
like,
Betty
"Let's go,
White's
Betty
character?
White." Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Betty White's
absolutely
a
loved it.
national treasure.
Oh my god, she's great. You know why? No children. No children. She got to live her life as a golden girl. A real golden girl. And she lived until goddamn 99. I don't want to live till 99. I don't. Unless I look like Betty White. She looked really good. But, you know, looking good and being old is like, do you got money? Got lots of money? Then you can maybe look good. Us women don't age gracefully, but the guys get like more handsome as they get older, and us girls are just like rotting. We're just like, oh, my crow's feet.
Oh,
That was me yesterday. I was creaming my eyes, and I'm just like, are those crow's feet? I'm too young. I'm yelling. Knows nobody home. I'm yelling. I'm too young. Oh fuck. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny, man. You have to watch. When are you saying you're watching Five Nights?
I'm gonna try next week, like the week
Next
that's
week?
coming up. Yeah.
Are you going to the theater or are you watching it on Peacock?
I don't have Peacock, so I'll be going to the theater.
Cool. Yeah, we did the Peacock Discord movie night.
that
Zombie
makes
apparently
sense.
has played all the games,
Mm-hmm.
so he knew the lore. So when something happened, or like there was something that was pointed out, or a little like Easter egg, he'd be like, "Oh, that was from Security Breach," you know, like
Yeah.
things like that, which
Zombie's
was
the
fun. I'm just
best.
like, dude,
love Zombie.
I love Zombie so much. He's just like such a good fucking dude.
He is, yeah. I need to be in more of his streams.
I love his when he makes fun of my accent.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. I actually got him where is it? There it is.
I'm leaving here. I'm leaving here.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I'm walking.
I was like, I'm clipping that. But
Allie, we should hydrate. We're being told to hydrate.
oh, okay. Thank you, Sam. Both of you hydrate, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you.
This is a little homemade soda.
Oh, that's why the bottle looked familiar. I was like, why does that bottle look so familiar?
Yeah, it's from a soda stream.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you make like a Celsius and then you put the stuff in there.
Mm.
Yeah, Cult of Humpty Dumpty. Yes, that was yes. It's the
Oh,
Cult
I
of
remember
Humpty
you
Dumpty.
guys telling me this.
And then there's apparently the Curse of Humpty Dumpty, which is a lot bloodier. Which I'm like, let's fucking go. Because the Curse of Humpty Dumpty, no, the Cult of Humpty Dumpty made this much sense.
Mm-hmm.
They like brought these girls and they're just like, they're not even bad girls. They're just like teenage girls. They're like, we're bringing you to this place where we just eat salad. And the more you shit, the more you eat. Because we use the poop to grow the crops and we worship the earth. And then it turned into no cell phones or else Humpty Dumpty gets you. It was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. And the ending was funny. I was like, I'm so into it. I love it. I fucking love it. Bad horror movies sometimes could be. Speaking of bad horror movies, there's a new movie on Hulu called Slothering or something. It's like a sloth, evil sloth. It's an evil sloth movie. I've not watched it yet. But my friend was texting me all throughout it yesterday. She was watching it. She goes, "The sloth is doing ninja moves." I love creature features like that. There's a great movie called Zombievers.
I would die laughing if one day you just randomly texted me the sloth is doing ninja moves. No context. You didn't even tell me about this movie. Just if you texted me that one day, I'm be like, who are you? Why do you have Allie's phone?
Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee. Oh my gosh. Well, I love those types of movies, like those like dumb creature feature movies, like so much, like Eight-Legged Freaks.
Eight-Legged Freaks has that's the movie with David Arquette in it, right?
Yeah.
That one's a good
really
one,
good.
as opposed to Arachnophobia, which is the terrifying one.
Oh, it's supposed to be, right? Arachnophobia, like it's real spiders. I'm assuming
It's
those
real
are
spiders, yes.
Yeah.
Because because in Eight-Legged Freaks, I believe they're CGI.
Oh yes, no.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie, so
I've never seen.
So I don't know.
These spiders big as trees, and Max is like, I think they're CGI.
I haven't seen it in so long, I don't remember. Like,
if spiders were that big, I wouldn't be living on this planet
that's
anymore.
true.
I would
probably
be up
wouldn't
in...
want to go to Australia, so.
No fucking way. Let me go to like Asgard or something. Like take me to another fucking realm where there's no spiders.
Yeah. Cause the cool thing about Arachnophobia though is the main spider, the one that like is doing all the killing, is a giant tarantula with a prosthetic piece on its back. So it's
No way.
The spiders aren't typically blue, so they made this prosthetic piece that was blue to give it a more like
Prominent,
dangerous
like,
feel. Because if I remember correctly, at the beginning of that movie, they go to like this like deserted like jungle place, and there's like this giant tree, and they like smoke out a bunch of these bugs, and then like the spider like becomes like a stowaway.
Yeah. And it doesn't like attach itself to like the box or whatever, like it goes into something. It's been so many years.
It bites a guy in a tent. They put that guy in a coffin, and the spider sneaks into the coffin.
That's what it was.
And
the coffin.
The coffin.
Yeah, say it right.
Fucking no. And then God, the coroner's scene gets me every time because I skip that part of every time I watch the movie. I'm just like,
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like to. What happens? He just gets killed, or?
Yeah, because like the spider like jumps out at him, I think, like at the coroner, and the coroner like dies. Yeah, because there's
horrifying.
There's several scenes in that movie that like where like it does like a close up, like when the spider bites the guy in the tent, it like goes up to like a close ass like close up of a spider. You don't like, and then like when it like jumps down, when that spider jumps down out of the tree, that scene's terrifying. I just don't like spiders, so.
I don't like him either. You know what scene I always remember was the old people, and they were like making like popcorn and then like they get found later on in the movie, and they're both dead, and like the spider's like crawling out of like their orifices.
Yeah.
Like that really like. Yeah. That really got to me. They're orifices.
The end fight with where the guy is battling. It's basically a fight.
It's the final boss.
It's the final boss, yeah.
Yeah.
There's that scene where like the spider's like up here and the dude's down here and the spider jumps onto him and it like hits his chest and you can like visibly like or you can like hear the sound that it makes as it's like crawling all over him and I'm just like ugh.
Or like when it's like ee! Like it makes like well like squeaky noises. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
I don't like how intelligent that spider was.
Yeah. The
like,
spider is apparently like the spider, like the actor for the spider, for the spider, it was apparently like the nicest little dude, and his name is Bob. They carried him around on a leash.
Oh my god! First of all, I love that you call him the actor. That's the cutest thing ever.
I mean, that's basically
so
what he is. He's a trained spider. Like
trained spider. Fetch, Bob.
Fetch. I don't know.
Those are some fun facts. I did not know all that about arachnophobia.
Bless you.
Thank you. But that movie, I think, made everyone scared of spiders.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep
really
for 3 weeks because of that movie.
The shower, I'd always think about because I don't know about you, but like I don't wear contacts, and when I take a shower, I can't see really anything. You know, I have to, you know, do my body by feel. So I always like think about
Continue.
I just feel
you
around
gotta
and hope
what?
I'm clean. I'm just like, am I clean now? So after the shower scene in Arachnophobia where like falls on her, like that scared the shit out of me because I'm like, oh, a spider's gonna fall on me, and I'm not even gonna like, I'm not even gonna hear it.
Yeah.
I can hear it. I'm not gonna know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see it. So I'm blind. I'm just making my way downtown, face down, ass up, you know?
They say that's how we like the world.
That's how we like the world. Oh my god, that's so fucking wholesome. Oh my god. It's like my favorite thing in the world. That's how we like the world. Oh my god. Adorable.
I don't do it on purpose. It just kind of happens.
No, I mean that you bleed wholesome. Like if your blood was a color, it would be like a cool blue.
It would be rainbows.
Yeah.
I puke rainbows.
It would taste like Skittles. Like.
No, I mean knowing how much Skittles are my favorite candy. That says a lot about me. Yeah.
I didn't know the Skittles were your favorite candy.
Sour Skittles are, yeah.
Ooh, I think that like candy-wise, I always go for chocolate. So like
you
like
really like that
truffles.
M&M.
Fuck that M&M. That's just because she's slutty, it doesn't make her taste better.
Whoa!
Listen, me and
hold
M&M
on.
have history.
Fucking apparently. Holy shit. I was not expecting that.
We're writing lore here.
We are. God, that starting soon screen's gonna be...
I just call her M.
M?
I just call her M.
I mean, you did see her the other day, so...
I did.
I saw the M&M the other day.
Yeah. She was surprised. She was wearing tennis shoes this time. She toned it down.
She toned it down.
I just can't believe how butthurt people got over an M&M. An M&M that's been out for like 800 years.
Yeah.
Wearing a skirt and high heels. They're like, I'm offended. What was my line? I don't want to fuck it. I want to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually really weird that they're like kind of like canceling the green M&M when for so long everyone thought the red M&M was like they thought red was like the color of quote unquote horny. So the people were just eating red M&Ms to be like horny or whatever. There's a solid like 10 years of like packages of M&Ms not containing the red one for that reason. That's why they invented the orange M&M.
You're blowing smoke up my ass.
No,
right
I'm
now.
being 100% serious.
Chat, you hear about this? Wait. The red M&Ms increase your sex drive?
Well, no, but like that was like that's what they like thought for so long. That's why they took it out. That's why there was that's why there was like the orange M&M for so long, cuz they needed to like replace the red one, and then the red one came back.
Well, that's why Americans are so fat. Keep eating all the red M&M.
It's like either like I might be getting something mixed up, but like the red one has like a chemical in it, and they thought like that chemical was either deadly or that chemical was making people horny. That's two very different things, and both of them are bad.
Deadly Horny sounds like a bad film. Bad horror film. Well, the red M&Ms do have, a lot of people are allergic to red dye.
Yeah.
So a lot of my friends actually growing up didn't eat the red M&Ms because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's proven that let's say your walls in your bedroom are red,
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to increase your like your sex drive, like your lust,
Mm-hmm.
when you're around that color. So I can definitely see like, oh, the red M&M makes you horny. No, but like I maybe like something about red. The color red does decrease your libido.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a friend telling me that, God, like 15 years ago, because she went on a date with someone, and his room was completely red, and then he was like, yeah, it's because blah 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 blah, and I never got that out of my head. I'm like, really? And I've never seen a red room before. Like, I've never been to anyone's house and there's been a red room.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, isn't red room, isn't that what the 50 Shades of Grey like room is called, the red room?
I've never seen that movie or read that book, so
I read the books when I was in college. I would have like 4 hours to kill before class, like in between classes, and I would read those books. The movies were so fucking bad. The books were, the first book was okay, but those movies were, you need to watch them. Just fucking, if you want to read smut, it's free on the internet.
yeah.
Oh God, I wish those movies were never made. You know who loves those movies? Is Katie's mom. She watches them over and over and over again. Like, she loves the 50 Shades of Grey movies. I feel like they're mostly made for old ladies, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not for us who could still obtain red M&Ms and get our fix, you know? I'm learning a lot of facts from you. I was about to call you Mike. My fucking Mike Vampire. Michael Vampire!
Yeah. So, yeah, Sickle puts in the chat, it was the dye, the color red was the problem, not that the red ones were making people horny. There's a famous M&M's commercial where there's this kid playing baseball, and he's like equates the M&Ms to like hitting different like reds are like singles, blues are doubles, yellows are triples, and greens are home runs. So he uses like green to hit a home run, and I think people that sparked the color green being horny M&Ms. That's why there's all green M&M packages during Valentine's Day.
But I thought the reds make you horny.
No,
now the greens aren't even safe.
M&Ms just aren't safe in general to me. You know.
True. That's
No.
true.
Yeah, I was getting
Oh
it
my
mixed up
God.
in my brain. That's on me. I'm sorry.
So it's the green ones, not the
It's the
red
green
ones.
ones, yeah.
Why? I feel like green to me is like, green means like money. Whenever things
Green
are
is
green,
like
I'm just like, it's
greed,
like money.
pretty much.
Yeah, I guess that can, like, money can be like a part of that. Yeah,
Mhm.
greed, like you're green with envy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, you think of like green as almost like a a negative
Yeah.
color. But who could hate yellow? You know, or blue, or purple. Where's my purple M&M? Is there a purple M&M?
There's a brown one.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's all chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't think they have different flavors. I
Is
think
there a
M&Ms
purple
are just...
one? No,
No.
they're all just candy coated.
Yeah. No, I'm
It's-
thinking of Grimace. I don't know why. When I think of purple, I just think of
Grimace
Grimace.
isn't even an M&M character.
I know, but my brain just completely went to a different place. That's what my brain does. It cannot focus on one thing. I swear,
Welcome
I
to
think I have
having ADHD.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I think I need some, like, fucking ADHD meds because I cannot focus at all. Even at work, I can't
That's-
fucking focus.
That's why, like, I'm not very talkative in many Twitch streams, because my ADHD gets the better of me. Like, one moment I'll be talking to you, and you and I will be
Mhm.
having, like, a deep conversation, and then, like, the next moment I'll leave without even saying anything, and I always feel so bad.
That's a power move, though. Oh, I always leave Twitch streams without saying goodbye. Are you kidding
That's
me?
what we
I'm
call
an
the Irish
goodbyer.
goodbye. Yeah. Get out of
I
my
am
brain.
I am the master of the Irish goodbye.
You and
Leave
me
my
both.
brain alone. Here's the thing. I hate saying goodbye. And if it's like
Yeah.
me and like a couple people, that's fine. But when there's, let's say, a wedding, right? In a wedding, when I leave, I say goodbye to the bride and the groom, and then I do, see you later, guys, and then I leave. My see you later, guys, is
Mhm.
my way of telling everybody goodbye. If you don't hear me, you don't hear me.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to go around and hug and say goodbye to everybody and do the fake, oh my god, we have to get together soon. I
Yeah.
miss you. You're just like, I know, I miss you too. Then I never see them again. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the fake fucking banter back and forth. I'm too old. I'm not ready for this. I want my cake and I want to get out of there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have you ever been to a wedding?
Yeah, I've been to one wedding, but I was too young to remember it.
Gotcha. It's more fun when your friends start to get married. When you have to go to weddings, it's like, oh, your cousin's getting married. I'm like, oh, God, it sucks. Especially when it starts off in a church. I'm just like, I don't belong here.
The last time I went to a church was like 2 months ago, and I had such an uneasy feeling being in one. I don't know why.
Maybe because God was like, he doesn't have a soul.
God was just against me like he usually is. I don't know.
I've been kicked out of church. I got kicked out of a youth group when I was in high school.
Mhm.
My mom desperately wanted me to do some sort of God shit because she like believed in God
Yeah.
and she was all like the Holy Spirit, and I'm just like what?
Mhm.
And I met a boy, and he was like a churchy guy.
Mhm.
I think I was 16 or 17, probably
Mhm.
16 because I wasn't old enough to drive. And I met a boy, and he was really cool. And I started going to his youth group, and he would do the sound stuff, so I didn't actually have to like participate. I could just like sit with him in the booth, which was cool. And then they
Mhm.
served us like dirt pie after, so I was really there for the dirt pie.
Uh-huh.
But then he told me that he really liked me, but then he was just like, I'm a person of Jesus, so like, we're not gonna do anything until like, I'm not doing anything until marriage. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then I was talking on like AOL Instant Messenger with one of his friends, who was also my friend, who I knew like before I even met him. And I was like, yeah, he told me that like, if we get together, like we can't like do anything because of his like Jesusness. And then I like said all this stuff like, well, that can't happen with me. I'm not gonna fucking do that. Like, but more like explicit.
Mhm.
And she printed out the conversation and gave it to the head of the church.
Jesus.
And I was not
Literally.
welcomed back. And then there was rumors like going around being like, Allie's mom found him on Facebook before, or MySpace, I think it was at the time, before they even met. And I'm like, my mom doesn't even know how to turn on her cell phone. I'm like, you think that she fucking found you on fucking MySpace? I'm like, eat my dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny enough is that so I was 16, right?
Mhm.
When I started community college at 18, I met a girl named Jocelyn. And Jocelyn one day was showing me pictures of her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was that guy.
Huh.
And I was like, holy crap. And I'm like, it's such a small world. When you
Yeah.
live on Long Island, like everyone knows everybody. It's just
Mhm.
such a small fucking world. You know our friend in our Discord, Willie's Paint and
Yep.
Print? Long Island too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
He's
went
told
to
me
the high
stories.
school right next to mine. Yeah, like it's like man, small fucking world.
Yeah. Living in like a small town is weird.
Do you live in a small
I
town?
do.
Yeah, does everyone know you?
Although my small town is connected to a bunch of other small towns, so technically it's
Mhm.
like it's just a bunch of us all around, but my small town has like just like a road, and then like we have a bridge to the other small town, and then it's wild.
Can you say Baltimore?
Yes, in fact, if you look that way, like
Uh-huh.
directly diagonal from my room
Uh-huh.
out the window, you can see it.
Can you say it? Say the word Baltimore.
Baltimore?
You don't say it with a Maryland accent.
No, I say it with my
Baltimore.
accent. I have my own accent.
Baltimore. Jor actually has no New York accent.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he purposely was like, I don't want to sound like garbage, like me. So he so he tried his hardest to
Yeah.
not get the accent, and he doesn't have it. Katie also doesn't have it. I'm the only
Yeah.
one who has it. I embrace the bibbity bop. I embrace the pizza, and I got it.
Embrace the Pizza sounds like the best power metal song.
Embrace pizza.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Can you write a song called "Embrace the Pizza"?
I could.
You could.
I wrote a song called Turtle Soup once.
Is there any lyrics?
Sort of.
Turtle soup.
It's a really weird punk song.
I have a story about punk.
Why did it take you so long to say that? Are you alright?
I was 15, and I befriended a girl named Kayla, and Kayla was really into the punk scene.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me about this show at like this barn, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And and her mom drops us off, and she goes, I snuck a cigarette, and I'm like, ooh, scandal. And I'm like, well, she's like, I don't have a lighter, and I'm like, maybe those people over there have lighters. And there's like a posse of just people with mohawks, just like the typical punks, right?
Yeah.
And I go up and I'm like, hi, do you have a lighter? With my cool cigarette, right? I'm like, do you have a lighter? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, they held it up, and I was like, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like inhaling deep, like as I was lighting it, and then I was like, and I remember the woman goes, oh, is this your first time? And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, no, I'm a pro smoker.
It's always the best when punks have sass.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know, just a woman with a mohawk giving you sass sounds like the best time.
Yeah. Right. I'm just
I
like,
don't
look
know
at
why.
you.
Just decked out in like leather. And
You're
like
telling me
belts.
how to live your life. You only have X's over your boobs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? That was cool. That was really fun time.
Yeah.
I felt like so adult. Oh God.
Bless
I felt
you.
really adult and like, thank you. Oh my God. Do I have like fucking indigestion or something?
Mhm.
What did I eat? I just had some grains. My leftover grains from last
Funny story, actually. One of the like most punk things that I've ever done was in high school. There was a band at our school who was like they're kind of like a rock band. They were playing at like one of the outdoor like tennis courts after school one day, and they're like, their bassist couldn't make it for whatever reason. So they were just like, "Hey Max, you play bass, right?" And I joined them for like a song or two, and we played like a bunch of like Misfit songs.
Hell yeah.
That was fun. That was like my first experience being in like a band for the first time. They were
How
all
was
cool.
it?
Sweaty, like my usual
Funny,
bass streams. I didn't have long hair at the time, so that wasn't fun.
I played a show. It was called not Rock the Pavilion. It was a battle of the bands, but it was at a beach, and they had like two huge screens like on on each side of the stage. And I was singing and doing guitar, and I can't sing, but we didn't have a singer at the time. And I remember we did this, like, I wish I could find it. It was like this really awesome cover of Brain Stew. It was not just typical Brain Stew. We fucking made it really cool. And my voice cracked at one point. I was like, fucked up and strung out of my room. And I was like, but one of the other guitarists was like really talented. And I was, so I'd be like, duh, and he'd be like, and I was like, fucking cool.
That's awesome.
And that sounds fucking cool. Yeah.
Your band videos that you used to send me are fucking peak. I love that band. That band's my new favorite band.
Kamikaze Platypus.
Yup, my new favorite.
Band.
I'm gonna make shirts of that band.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Yes, bring them back. We're all like old now, and fucking that guitarist is like balding with children. Oh my god. That was we did not win. We didn't even place.
Gotcha.
And I was like, what the fuck? Not even third? I'm like, come on. We got to play 3 songs. We did Hell Song by Sum 41.
Yeah.
Then we did Don't Trust Me, 303.
Yeah.
And then we ended with Brain Stew. It was a lot of fun. But like everyone else did like original songs. We were just fucking around.
Yeah.
And then those videos I sent you actually were we got a gig from that gig, and that was the gig. And that was fun.
So much gig.
That was so much gig. That was the night my boyfriend at the time, he was helping us pack our the drum kit up, and he goes, "Oh, I wonder if I can jump over all these bushes and make it."
Oh, that's right. I remember the story.
He broke his arm that night. My mom took him to the hospital, and that led to the end of our relationship because he had to like move back home with his parents. He lost his job because his job was a lot of this, and he couldn't do that anymore. And he was just like, one day, he's just like, no more. And I'm like, okay.
Oh.
That night, that dreadful night that ruined my relationship. That's okay. Totally okay.
Damn bushes. I'll never look at them the same again.
Bushes! You!
You like walk by like the next time you see like a bunch of bushes, you walk by it with a lighter, and you're just like, one day.
Every time I see a bush, I go, quiet, you fool.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, I love it. Fuck, always like, when did you start playing instruments?
So I played guitar when I was 16, and then and then I realized so I have kind of big hands, and and my strength in my hands is a lot more than I think it is. So I pushed down on the guitar strings a little bit too hard, and yeah, god damn it, and that's why I picked up bass. Because I can like play the strings better, and it's more room for me to like slide around. Giggity question mark.
I was gonna say, yeah, you have to press the bass because the strings are fatter.
Yeah.
So you're better at that. Yeah. My husband plays bass too. The hand, you need that hand strength. I'm not good.
I just thought of the most degenerate thing I've ever thought of.
Please tell me now. I need to know.
I was gonna say I like my women like I like my bass strings, thick as hell.
I was like hard and long.
Hard and long. Oh no. I hate it.
Because I love that. I'm like, oh, well, I need my woman to be an E string. A low E, not a high E. I had to think about it because guitar has the low E and the high E.
Bass
I
does
just wanted
too.
Yeah. Oh, does it? It's,
Yeah, it's
I don't play
E, D,
bass.
G, E.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Elemental P.
God damn. It took me a second. I was like, what? What?
Watch your brain spark. I just watched it just completely empty and then short circuit. You're like,
You've heard of brain farts. You're ready for brain shits.
Yeah, your brain just shitted all over your head. Shitted?
Shitted.
Shitted? I think shitted is a word, but it is now. If I keep laughing like this, I'm gonna shit it all over my sleeve.
I hate it so much.
I've had 2 cups of coffee and my intestines are ready to burst. Oh god.
Aw.
When I used to smoke cigarettes, nothing was better than waking up in the morning, having a coffee and a cigarette, and immediately taking a shit. It was like clockwork. It's the most routine I've ever had in my life.
Corn, I love you. Please don't hate us.
Hey, I'm eating pancakes over here. Well, listen.
Well, listen.
That's all I got to say. Well, listen. And then I say nothing. Oh my god, my back is sweaty. Knees weak, arms spaghetti.
My back is spaghetti, arms spaghetti, knees weak spaghetti.
Yeah. His vomit on his sweater spaghetti. Mom's spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti. Were you there the day I started doing that randomly out of nowhere when I was playing a game?
In my head, I was like thinking the next thing you were gonna say was, "Were you there the day I was born?"
That would be real creepy. Why would you think I say that?
My head doesn't work right.
What degenerate things do you think I think of?
So many.
That's
So
fair.
many.
That's
But
fair.
they're all wholesome. They're wholesome degenerate. It's like a, you know, it's like half. It's like degen. You're just a little degen.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a full-blown degenerate yet.
Yeah.
He's still
Yet.
wholesome as fuck. I love watching your streams and then you just like talk in like this fucking like the Max voice. It's like monotone, but it keeps going. You're just like, I'm gonna come whenever I want to come. Like you can say like
It's like
you
that.
say like the funniest shit.
It's always the best. The clip that played in your stream the other day. The one where I equated like fucking to good cushion bed.
The good cush in bed is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Literally, that was just all mushy streamer brain. Like that's just that's mushy streamer brain is a hell of a drug, guys. Like, don't do it. Good morning, Will. I love you.
Hello, Will. What were you thinking when you meant good? When you meant good cush in bed? Please.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
I was literally just like, I just said the first thing that came to my brain, and that was it. Literally, my brain is just a random pile of nothing. Like,
Your brain's a whore because everyone wants to be inside of
yeah.
it. Isn't that what you said at one
Yeah.
point? I love that. That was so funny. That good cushion bed. Honestly, that's how I live my life. Just smoking weed in bed. That's what that means. Oh my gosh.
You
that
could
was,
see in that clip the like disappointment in my face after I said that.
Oh yeah. It reminds me of Korn when he
Mhm.
says something and then he gets really embarrassed. He said, I think it was last week, he said he had a Freudian slip
Mhm.
and he said I can do Virgo.
I
and then he was
I
like,
heard that, and then he
like,
got
just
so embarrassed.
so embarrassed, and it was the cutest thing ever because he, like, it was so genuine that he like had just this like slip, and it was like one of the funniest like adorable things ever. She's like, I can do Virgo.
And then
Like,
on
he was like,
Twitter,
"No!"
and then on Twitter later, he was like, "Well, I guess what is my most viewed clip from last night's stream?" I was like, "Oh, poor Corn."
Korn's
The
just
other day-
just a sweet baby angel.
I got it was funny. So I have a clip. I have a sound redeem on my stream usually that says "I love you, Max," and it's Corn saying "I love you, Max." And then I had to like cobble that clip together because I finally got Corn to say "I love you" to me, and immediately after that he was trying to shoo me away to phase stream because I was like, I've never been kicked out of a stream before, but that was the closest time I've been like verbally kicked out of a stream, and I was like, oh, of course it's Corn that does it.
Korn's just like the sweetest, most baby angel ever.
I love
absolutely...
Corn.
Oh my god, Korn's the fucking best.
Corn's
the
one of my favorite
absolute
humans.
best. Yes, absolutely the best. He's been playing some really good games lately too.
Yeah.
Like really fucking good games for his like I mean, he always plays good games,
Yeah.
but like Corntober Challenge and stuff like that, which he's not gonna totally not gonna get again this year. Last year he didn't make it. This year he didn't make it, so that means that he has to do like I think like a punishment thing after, but I'm not sure what the punishment is. I'm not sure. That's what. So I've had this in my head. You've made so much progress with like your streams and the games that you've been playing and how much you've been streaming, and it's so awesome to see. And I know we were talking about like CEOs of streams the other day, and you know the way that they like choose and stuff like that. I think like the next round, I don't know when they're gonna do, you know, another like the third round of like apps, but like you like keep going and like playing these games and like doing as much as you're doing, like I think you'd have a really good chance at getting in this time. Because the first time it was like I remember looking at the comments of like my friends, because I didn't go anyone who I knew I didn't review.
Yeah.
So I remember,
like
but I
that's
was
fair.
looking. Yeah, exactly. So it was like looking at the comments of yours, and I remember whoever reviewed yours said like his last stream was 1 month ago, and it was like our podcast. So that's kind of like the reason why like it wasn't like considered a yes, because it was just, there was really like no streaming. But now you're streaming like consistently. You're streaming horror games and like that. I mean, like your banter is awesome.
Yeah.
Like you definitely like this next round, like keep up what you're doing, and you definitely like have a chance, because then they vote for like the top 15. You know, like all the yeses. If there was like 40 yeses, right, and then the top 15 get in, and all the CEOs vote, and that's kind of how they do it. The only kind of time that they do like interim like after the fact is if like let's say like I left the CEOs, I'd be like, hey, I have a suggestion of someone to take my place. That actually just happened. We now have someone left, and now we have a new member because that person suggested it. So and you've been you said applying for other stream teams too, which is great. That's what I was doing too, is like I really wanted to be in a stream team. a horror based one, obviously.
Yeah.
But I did just like I went out and like shot my shot with other stream teams too, and I was always denied.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go and like I don't know if you do this. It's a bad habit of mine, but I would go and look at like they like let's say like one of the teams announced like here's our 5 new members of the blah 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 stream team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd go and I'd look at those members and I'm like, of course they didn't choose me. Like they have X amount of followers.
Mm-hmm.
They have this, that, and I was like, okay, like maybe it's the more like clout you have, like the better chance that you have of getting in, which is not a CEO's at all. It's not about like clout. It's about it's first off it's about your content,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your like horror, and second off it's about like what do you want to get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
And just like doing charity, like it's been a blast
Mm-hmm.
getting to do all these like charity events, and people come to Tube and Monkey, who is the owner of the creator of CEOs, and being like, hey, I have something I'd love for the CEOs to do. We have like a contest going on with like Pulsoid for free heart rate monitors that
Mm-hmm.
they came to us too. So it's like really like it's been really cool to have opportunities to like test out games or do charities and stuff. So it's not about, I've seen so many stream teams where it's just like, how much clout can I gain off of this?
Yeah.
And this team isn't like that at all, which I love.
And that's kind of why I gravitated towards it.
Mhm.
I've tried for like 3 different stream teams at this point,
Mhm.
and honestly, like all of my favorite streamers are a part of your stream team.
Mhm.
Like it's funny. I met Eris for the first time last night. Like I actually like started talking to her, and it's always funny when I meet like one of your friends, like immediately after like meeting them, I'll come to you and be like, your friend is amazing. And it's my favorite because I did that with who was it? Oh, it's Kim. I remember the first time I met Kim. You and I were texting the following morning, and I was like, Kim is so great. Kim's awesome. I love her. And now
wonderful.
me and Kim are best friends.
Kim and you like vibe so well.
Yeah.
She's I love that, and Kim's like one of my favorite people to play
Mhm.
games with too.
Yeah.
Just because like I love her like non-reactions.
Yeah.
We don't need like another one of me, right? So like I love like bouncing off of her like that. Like she's just like, hey, what's that? And I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
That's awesome that like even if it wasn't like me, like you getting like introduced to like my friends and like my community is awesome, and then becoming friends with them, because isn't that kind of like, I know for me that's why I do Twitch. It's to make friends and like build my community, right? And if I can get my friends all to like, even if we're from different communities, to kind of all like get together and be friends with each other, like that's a fucking win. I absolutely love that. I remember when they were doing CEO applications, I was just like, Corn, you have to apply. And he was just like, I don't know if I'm ready to be on a stream team. I don't know about blah, 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 blah. I'm calling you out, Corn, sorry. And I was just like, and I think like a little while passed, and then he applied to be on the stream team, and there were like 250 applications.
Yeah.
And about 40 yeses. And then from that 40, the top 15 got voted on. And I kept refreshing every single day. And like Corn was always the top 2. And it was so fucking nice to see.
That's awesome.
Just because Corn was like, I don't know, like, but kind of like apprehensive about it. But to like beat out 250 applications, and literally like Jugs was like number 1 and Corn was number 2, and they were like back and forth like the entire time, and it was so nice. And I'm like, I can't wait. And it's funny, I took a picture of the comments because Tubin was actually the one who reviewed Corn's application and wrote comments in it, and I took a picture of the comments. So then after Korn got, you know, his acceptance, I could show him what somebody who's never been to a stream, you know, and just an outside, you know, perspective, what they think. Because at the time, Korn was like, oh, can you give me, you know, is there any advice that I can do to make my stream better? Or, you know, anything that I can improve or whatever. And like having such nice things said about him from somebody who doesn't know him, I feel like was like really sweet. Like I remember he wrote like impeccable dance moves. Yeah,
So
it was
true.
really sweet. No, it was really, really sweet.
Yeah.
Like, and Korn was like going through like, you know, stuff at the time, and I'm like, this is gonna really make him happy. So I was so glad. I was so glad he applied.
Yeah.
It was a shoo-in. Like, who the fuck doesn't love Korn?
Yeah. Korn's great.
I mean, he's the best, and like wholesome as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, and I say to people like all the time, I'm like, there's like one stream where I feel, first of all, Korn's my favorite streamer. Like, if you ask me who's your favorite, it's Korn. Last year, if you asked me, it was Korn. Korn's my favorite streamer for so many different reasons. But like, I also feel so safe, like being in his streams.
Yeah.
You know, some people are like thirsty, or like they say like nasty shit to like you or the streamer or whatever. Everyone in Korn's stream is just good people. Everyone's wholesome.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Korn. You know, we clip his sussy things because we love him.
Yeah.
You know, it's just such a great place to be, and I'm so happy that like more people are now able to be connected with Korn because of the stream team, and I want that for you too. So next round of applications, I am rooting for you, dude.
Yeah. I'm actually really glad I got rejected the first time, because that gave me like, because I was like, okay, well now I know what I want, like, and now that I know what I want, I can work towards this. And ever since then, I have been, you know, like playing more horror games, like getting back into it, because I had originally started playing horror games, and I was on a hiatus at that point for probably like 2 months at that point. And like I had been going through a bunch of shit with a bunch of people, and once I got all that cleared up, I was like, okay, well now I can start streaming again. I can like start building my community back up. And then I got back into playing horror games, and then now I've just been like networking with a bunch of my favorite people, and that's been nice. And I've met a bunch of new friends, like Sammy in the chat. Sammy's great. Yeah, it's been great. I'm gonna start crying if I keep being wholesome.
No, but you've really, like, the last few months have like really amped up like the streaming and stuff, which is fantastic. And I love to see it. And you're a great streamer, and you're playing really like fun games that people want to watch. You know, so like you're doing all the right things. You're active on your Discord. You know, you do other things like we have, you know, the podcast, and you know, it's just it's insane. It's like, so it was really cute. And I think we may have talked about this on an earlier episode, but I'm going to bring it up again because it's our 1 year and it relates. You were on Defiled Entrails' podcast.
Yeah.
And I listened to...
Hold on. There was a moment in that podcast where I got a little bit angered, and I apologize. Remember when he told you...
Was it when you called me late?
No, it was,
remember
like,
when he told you...
Remember when he told you when he told me about the list, and I got a little bit angry when he said
oh yeah.
I want you to know I was not not actually mad. I was just like,
oh no, I know you were not mad.
I just really that list
I was like, yeah, you're definitely on the list of guests to be on here.
And then you showed him the list.
Yeah, I was just like, you're on top.
Fucking, I've remade the list, by the way. It's got new people.
Yeah, don't show me.
Don't show. Yeah.
I obviously can't keep a secret. No, but I seriously didn't know it was a secret.
That's okay. I didn't tell you or anything. So.
But I remember he asked you, well, how did you get like started with the podcast? And I gotta tell you, I totally forgot that we were supposed to play that like SCP
containment
breach.
unit.
Yeah. And that we weren't able to do, and we're like, what do we do now? I guess we just do just chatting, right?
Yeah,
It's
cause
kind of like that, right?
yeah, cause we were originally going to, it was gonna be me, you, and my friend Moth, Black Rose Moth, uh,
Moth.
Moth. We were gonna be playing SCP Containment Unit, the multiplayer version, and I couldn't get the
Mhm.
server to work, so I was just like, well, I still really want to do this, and then Moth like canceled for whatever reason, and so it was
Mhm.
just you and me, and I was just like, what do we do? And actually, like, that stream went kind of long because my friend wanted to raid into me, so I started kind of early, and I was like
Mhm.
really nervous. I was like, what do I do for like the first 30
Mhm.
minutes? And then we got to talking, and I got less nervous. So
Well, we have really good like chemistry when it comes to just our back and forth conversations,
yeah.
and that kind of like solidified it, because like of course we have conversations, but like we don't talk to each other one on one for 3 hours, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like unless we're like playing a game together.
Mhm.
We're usually like in Discord with everyone else,
Mhm.
we don't have just like one on one time.
Yeah.
But like you and me have like a lot in common
Mhm.
with like movies, like horror, just like in general.
Mhm.
We both play instruments. Just it's you're very easy to talk to, and also you're very good at like leading conversations, while I'm not.
Mhm.
My stoner brain just goes like um so I think that we bounce off of each other very well,
Mhm. Yeah.
like bouncy balls.
It's actually something that me and Defiled also talked about, because I've for the longest time was just not confident at all, and
Hmm.
like doing this, like getting better about like talking to someone and having like conversations be a lot easier like this has
Hmm.
gotten me to be like talking better, like be more confident in myself and like
Hmm.
what I'm like talking about.
That's
Um,
great.
so that's been really helpful. I've just been growing as a person, so I just really
You
needed that.
it shows. I mean,
Mhm.
like you're very very confident on your streams
Mhm.
now. Like I think, and again, like I think it was like the practice and like
Mhm.
this is still public speaking. You have to
Yeah.
remember, like even though we're kind of like keyboard warriors right now, we're not. Our
Mhm.
face is still there. Like if something goes awry, you can see it on our faces. If we're not talkative, it's kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
it's harder than just being like, like a PNG tuber where there's no expression, right? You're looking
Yeah.
at our faces the whole time. But I think like with you streaming more and like us doing this,
Mhm.
I definitely like your confidence has grown astronomically.
Yeah.
So like you've gotten a lot less shy from
Yeah.
the time that I know you,
Mhm.
and I've known you from now, like so much less shy and almost like less like things don't bother you the way that I feel like they would used to.
Mhm.
Like you kind of like if someone says something that like makes you feel like uncomfortable, or you kind of like bounce it off, and you like kind of give like the sass back, but you like instead of like getting quiet and breaking down,
Mhm.
you're just like, oh, and then you give like your response back. You're like so much better at that.
Mhm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
hard to, but you're just so much better with just like someone says something and you're like, oh, well, I have a response to that.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love watching that growth.
Yeah, and I've definitely gotten better about like not just like definitely I've gotten better about like thinking before like just immediately like firing back, you know?
So you're not Ash Williams. Shoot first, think never.
Yeah, yeah, I do a lot of thinking, sometimes a little too much thinking. but but yeah, I'm definitely getting better about it. Um and that's just been very helpful.
This year specifically, has there been like a moment for you streaming where you were like really proud of yourself? Like, did something happen where you got like really excited? Like, you got like I don't know, you got a raid of 1,000 people, and it was just
Mm.
like a highlight of like your stream moment, or um, like getting onto like a stream team. Like that was like my moment this
Mhm.
year, I think. And like doing content creation for a bunch of games.
Mhm.
Um, was there any like kind of like moments where you're like, oh, this is really cool, or like just something that on Twitch you thought was, a highlight of your year?
Yeah. Well, one moment that stands out to me when I wasn't streaming was that night you, me, and Kim played Outlast Trials together.
Yes.
That night, like, really, like, made me unbelievably happy. Like, just hanging out with two of my favorite people was really nice.
And can I be honest with you, Max?
Mhm.
I almost got the impression from you that night that you hated the game, that you were not having a good time. I like felt bad because I know that game is like stressful. And I think, and I think just like all of us conversing, I actually like thought that you weren't having a good time, and I was like, oh, Max, like I felt
No.
bad. So like hearing you say like, oh, you had a good time, like that's awesome, because I legit thought that you were not enjoying yourself that night.
I think it was probably like, it was probably like I was that was the first night I had ever actually played the game, so being with two people who had already played it previously, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna have to like, there's gonna be expectations for me, and
Oh no.
and I think once I let that go, like that night, I like felt a lot more like focused and like just having a good time and whatnot.
That's the thing with games, and I feel like I'm very lucky that I don't have this trait, and maybe it's because I'm a newer video game player, but I don't really have too much of a competitive streak when it comes to video games. I understand that like there's a winner and a loser, so if I lose, I'm not pissed off about it. And I think that that has also made video games for me a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's nice to like play with different people and get to know like how they play games, because then I could assess if I want to play games with them again.
Mm-hmm.
So like for example, like Kim is very like chill, she's very caring.
Mm-hmm.
Like if something goes wrong, she's not going to be like, well, it's because, we're pretty much down one because Allison doesn't know what she's doing. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's not that kind of person.
Yeah.
As opposed to like if I play with, I won't name any names, but like some guys are really competitive,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, let's just have fun, and they're
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I am having, you know what I mean? Or if
Yeah.
I'm playing a game and I'm pulling it with like a guy and I'm pulling a little bit ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll just like be like, oh, well, I can't let Allison win,
Mm-hmm.
and then they try their hardest to get. I'm just having fun. I'm not me pulling ahead is not about me being like I'm winning, da da da.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just playing the game, and then they go a little too farther and be too far and be like, well, I can't lose because I'm a guy, or whatever complex they have.
Yeah.
And then I don't play games with them anymore.
Yeah.
So I me being the kind of person that doesn't get upset by losing in games, I feel like has really helped me enjoy games.
Yeah.
My husband, he hates when I say this, and he's listening right now, but like I don't generally enjoy playing too many games with him, because he's that kind of person that, and I think, but it's because he grew up playing video games like competitively with his friends, that like it's just natural for him to want to pull ahead and want to, I'm winning in Mario Kart. He's just like, well, I'm going to throw this bullet bill right at your fucking face because you're not winning.
Gotcha.
Like,
Yeah. That's
but,
why, like,
yeah.
I love games like Outlast Trials and Demonologist, because, like, you're on a team with your friends and you gotta like work together to get to an end goal. That's what I love about like multiplayer games like that. And that's why I can't stand games like Overwatch, Call of Duty, that kind of stuff. Because it's just like everyone is trying to get like top rank and all that.
Yeah, I don't like that shit either.
Yeah.
It's funny, I didn't like Demonologist for a long time. I've been playing it off stream a little bit to like get better, and I'm enjoying it a bit more. Now I understand the kind of like, all right, I don't know about like how you play, Max, but like the first thing that I do is take the fucking, what is it called? Not, is it EMF? The thing with like
the
gotta get
cockroach?
to level 5.
The thing with the cockroach? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
EMF. Yeah.
take that and like try to get a reading in a room.
Yep.
Once you get a reading in a room, then you go back and get this. So like learning how to like do it, you know what I mean? Instead of
Yeah.
just going in willy-nilly and then hoping for the best, which was me in Phasmophobia, which I don't enjoy at all. You know, is really helpful. So I've been doing a lot of it like offline to try to like get money and get better at the game because probably like you, I hate going into like playing a game with friends who have already not hate's a strong word, right? But I feel a little insecure when let's say like you and Kim are like and Virgo are like, oh, play Demonologist with us, and let's say I've never played. You guys are all like, I got this, da da da, this room, that, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
You know, that's like me with escape rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever my friends want to do escape rooms, I let them know that I'm just going to stand there and look pretty,
Mm-hmm.
but I probably am not going to help.
Mm-hmm. That's
because
why,
I'm
like,
not good.
that's why I, like, whenever I play games with a new person, I always try to, like, include them in like, the gameplay. So, like, if you were new to Demonologist,
Yeah.
I would be like, hey, grab this and this and go like upstairs and like check around, and I'll go like downstairs and like I'll be kind of like a group leader and just do that.
But a lot of people don't even like, they wouldn't have the courtesy to do that, and that's what I mean about playing with people who take it so seriously. Like at the end, I don't know about you, and it's okay like if you do get like this, because I'm sure a lot of people do, you know, if you don't guess the Ghost Rider, you die, you lose, you know, all your supplies. And I'm like, well, you chose to bring in to buy the candle and to bring the buy the crucifix. Like it's either we're winning or we're losing, right? So it's 50-50. Why are you so mad that we lost? That ruins multiplayer games for me.
Yeah.
Stop being mad at a 50% chance of loss. You know? But if like, you know, you were like guiding me and being like, hey, let's do this together, and then it's say like I lose it for you guys. Like I'm the last one left and I get killed and I lose it for you guys. A lot of times people make you feel bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, I don't know. I'm learning. Please don't. But like oh, we lost everything, or oh, we have no, like, just, it's a fucking game.
That's why
Like just have fun.
That's why I'm so confident in my abilities in Demonologist, because I was like, I can just get more. I can just play like 5 rounds, get like $10,000, and just buy everything again. Like, you know.
What level do you play on? Like difficulty?
I play on easy, but I'm getting to a point where I go up. Like me and Virgo played medium last night.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm if I'm by myself, I do easy. If I'm with friends, I play me and do you know Codename Power?
I do.
Me and him have been learning how to do Demonologist together offline, and he what was I gonna say? Oh, he will put it on hard mode, and then we'll go and play hard mode and do like the Dead House or whatever, because I feel like it's like the easiest one. But with the hard mode, the thing is that the ghost kind of doesn't stay put. So if you're in like the abandoned house, it could be, you can get like a reading downstairs, and it could be for upstairs, and it's really difficult and annoying.
Yeah.
And you would think that the ghost like would like respond to all of your things more quick when it's hard mode, and they don't. But there's like at one time we made $5,000 on a run, and I was high from that for like days.
Nice.
I was like, $5 fucking grand.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
We fucking did all the things, exercised it. I'm like, what in the fuck? But I like Demonologist because I'm really into randomized scares. I think the randomized scares are really good. And I know people are like, oh, they're over, like, oh, it's the same scares every time. But for me, because I don't play it like too much, and it's new, the scares are still, you know, scary to me. I think I told you this story, but if I wanted to tell chat because I just thought it was funny. In Demonologist, in the abandoned house, there is a painting
Yeah, it is
that
the abandoned house. Yeah, yeah.
that says, "Do you want to play exclamation 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 with me?" And it's a painting of a ball.
Mhm.
So you have to say, "Do you want to play ball with me?" And then like a little girl go and like throw a ball.
Mhm.
And I'm in there and I'm like, "Do you want to play ball with me?" Nothing. "Do you want to play ball with me?"
Yeah.
Nothing. So Power's like, "Do you have to say it like that?"
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He's like, "I'm not trying to be rude. Can you maybe say ball without your accent?" And I'm like, "You
Poor Allie.
motherfucker." So of course I was just like, "Do you want to play ball with me?" And he was like, "Ball." And I'm like, "Fuck you." The ghost is racist against
fucking-
New Yorkers.
God damn it. Yeah.
New Yorkers. What did I say? New Yorkers are sluts. Remember that? I thought I had
That's
that.
all I've been thinking about for the past 2 minutes.
New Yorkers are sluts.
Yeah, every time you bring up your pizza accent, that's the first thing I think of.
Every time you bring up your pizza accent, I think about pizza.
Fair.
What's your favorite pizza?
Pizza flavored pizza.
Me too.
Mhm.
I love
What
pizza
do you
flavored
mean
pizza.
favorite? Do you mean like place, toppings?
Toppings. I mean, if
Toppings.
you can like pepperoni.
I like pepperoni and sausage.
Oh, sausage.
Sausage, my favorite.
Is it the crumbly sausage or is it the thicker sausage? The flats?
Giggity
You
question
know what I'm
mark?
talking about? The flats.
I do know what
Flats
you're talking
sausage.
about.
Yeah, okay.
I was just giving it a moment to sink in. Because you said thick sausage. I'm sorry. I got a little bit degenerate there.
Hey, I'm sausage here.
I don't know. If it's good, it's good. That's how I feel.
No, I agree. If it's good, it's
That's
good.
how I am about most things. Like, I genuinely just don't care unless, like, you know. I just don't have a problem with most things unless I have a problem with you.
That's what I say. Like, that's how I describe myself. I always try to be like the nicest person I could possibly be,
Mhm.
and I'm nice to you until I'm not.
Yeah.
I have a switch,
Yeah.
100%. It's either because I am an extreme person. I'm either at a 0 or I'm at a 10,
Mhm.
and like smoking weed makes me at a nice 5, so I'm not like
Yeah.
like all the time. So like I'm either like nice
Mhm.
or and then if you're like, you know, Allison, I really hate the way you talk on stream or something like that. I go and like a
Yeah.
switch, and I'm just like the meanest person
Yeah.
because I try to be so nice to everybody
Mhm.
and genuinely like I'm a genuinely nice person. I don't like people when they're mad at me. I like to be a friend for all.
Yeah.
Friend to all, friend for all. And then when somebody like doesn't like me or like criticizes me, I'm just like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? Especially when it's people like over the internet. It almost reminds me of like, have you played Parasocial, that new Chilla game?
No, and I don't want to.
You don't want to.
But I
Okay, so,
did
like,
watch you and Corn play all of it.
Okay, so like you know what it's about, and
Mhm.
like people thinking that they know you because of like the internet. Very meta for us.
Mhm.
Because I do think about like I consider you my best friend,
Mhm.
right? But we've never met
Yeah.
in person. But like you don't and like and I do think about like I'm like you know me.
Yeah.
Like you totally know me. But like and like but there's so many people that I'm friends with who don't know me. Like we don't
Mhm.
have this relationship. We talk on chats and whatever. And I'm like I wonder like if they think that I'm A, B, and C because they're in my chat sometime, like that parasocial relationship. And it was a really interesting game because of being a streamer.
Mhm.
I did not get all the endings because I don't care.
Yeah.
But I tried to get a good ending like 3 times and I got a bad ending 3 times. I refused to pick the right character at the end.
The only reason
no.
why I don't want to play that game is because I feel like it would make me so paranoid that I would quit streaming. because
think it would make you paranoid.
well, games just affect me differently as a person. Like games just
Yeah.
affect me more than like
Mhm.
say like a movie would, because it being in like the situation, I think of myself as actually in the game.
Of course. I
Uh,
mean, that's the whole thing with being like a horror streamer.
mhm.
And like for me, horror movies don't scare me. I seek
Yeah.
out horror movies to scare me all the time, and they just don't.
Mhm.
But these like horror games, I'm there. It's in my ears. I'm experiencing this.
Mhm.
It is a lot more real for me, and that's why they scare me.
Yeah.
Not like horror movies, you know?
Mhm.
I can't even remember the last horror movie that scared me. Probably Hereditary. I thought that movie was pretty
Oh,
frightening.
that's such a good movie though.
That's so good. If you like Hereditary, you'll love Midsommar.
Yeah. It's both
It's same
A24
vibes.
movies.
Both A24, both slow burn.
Mhm.
You know, beautiful, great writing, impeccable acting.
Mhm.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
put like Hereditary and Midsommar and kind of like together in the same category. And they came out not around the same time, but I feel like within like a year and a half of each other.
Mhm.
So good. A24 just makes like banger movies.
Yeah.
But they're not for everybody.
Mhm.
A lot of people want in your face like boogla boogla jump scares, or you know, like Wannaverse movies, especially like teenagers. They don't
Mhm.
have the patience to watch a movie that involves thinking and not being on your cell phone the whole time.
Yeah.
And the A24 movies are those kind of movies. They're artsy, they make you think, they have morals and messages behind them that these, you know, like other, you know, stupid fucking like The Nun, like doesn't
Mhm.
have any fucking anything. There's no substance behind any of these movies. But A24 movies are just like, they're so well thought out. They don't even need to be horror movies. Just even A24 makes movies that aren't horror, and they're all great. It's great writing. We just watched one, I think it's A24. It's called Men, Men, and it was fucking weird as shit. It wasn't a horror movie, but it was weird as shit. And
Mhm.
I enjoyed that stuff. I don't want to see the same thing over and over again. I want to see a new, fresh idea.
Mhm.
Like, please, you know. So
Mhm.
I like them. I know people hate A24. I love it. I
Mhm.
think they're great movies, and as long as it's a good movie, right?
Yeah.
Like I like movies other than horror.
Mhm.
If it's a good movie, then it's a good movie.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah, I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Scott Pilgrim, so, you know.
that's a very. I remember not liking that movie when I
I know.
first saw it.
You've told me.
But I was on a yeah.
You were on a, like a
But
shit date
I
or
was on
something.
a bad date.
Yeah.
He was smelly.
Men.
You know? Men. Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
I'm like, please. I'm just like.
No, I completely get that. I feel like being with someone can either make or break a movie. Like
Oh,
like
absolutely.
when you, me, and like the rest of the cantina watched Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, like I love those movies more now because of that.
Such good memories. And
Yeah.
those are my two favorite movies too.
Yeah.
They're just so, it made me so happy that you loved them.
Yeah.
It would have broken my heart if you were just like, man, it's enough for me.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
the 2013 is the best.
No, I didn't even like that one that much, honestly. It was
After
a good
seeing the
movie.
OGs, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a good
It's
movie.
better than
I
Rise.
loved it. Ugh, that movie. I've grown to hate it more and more, actually.
Have you watched it after watching it the first time?
No, but I'm not sure I want to.
So I did a rewatch recently,
Mhm.
just for like kind of like background, and going into it knowing what I know and not being like I'm, you know, excited for an Evil Dead movie. I'm just gonna put this on.
Mhm.
It was a way better watch because of that.
Gotcha.
I was like, okay, if this was a movie called like The Apartment Possessions, I don't fucking know, and it wasn't an Evil Dead movie, this would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But because it's Evil Dead, and especially for me, like Evil Dead's my thing. Evil Dead is like my favorite movie. It's my Bruce Campbell's my fucking religion.
Mhm.
Like I am, you know, it's like Power Rangers for you.
Yeah.
Like Evil Dead's my Power Ranger.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be tough on it. Like when I
Yeah.
watched the 2013 reimagining, I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
thought that the tone of Evil Dead was there, which is so important to me. You know, they had the Necronomicon was really cool. The kills were amazing. The acting was good. The actress who played Mia was so cool.
God,
I
Jane
love the Bruce
Levy.
Campbell reference. Jane Levy, yeah.
Jane Levy is also in Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe. Yep.
Don't Breathe.
She's in the first
She's
one.
also in really good in that movie.
She is. She is. She's out. She was on the latest season of this movie, show Dave that I watched too.
Oh, gotcha.
But she's a great actress, and I went into that the same way as I went into Evil Dead Rise, with being like, oh, a remake or a reimagining of my favorite movie.
Yeah.
But like, it felt like Evil Dead when I was watching it, and this Evil Dead Rise didn't feel like Evil Dead even a little bit. But then like when I went to go rewatch it as like, let me just rewatch this as like a movie as is with everything that I know, it was a way better watch. And then I got to like, I knew the part where like there's a Bruce Campbell cameo, like his voice. Now I can, see where it is because I didn't pick up on it the first time. So it was a little bit better. But as far as an Evil Dead movie, it's shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an Evil Dead movie. Like, I don't care. You could say it's Evil Dead. You could have the fucking book. I did not like how they made the Deadites look. Like, she looked cool, but the eyes were wrong.
I was literally going to bring that up after I talked about that on Defiled's podcast. That's the one thing I didn't like about the 2013 remake and Rise. They don't do the eyes right. They just don't look like Deadites to me, because Deadites just have like a certain look to them. Like
It's
you
like
think of like
the white
eyes, like
the white eyes.
One of my favorite things is when Bruce Campbell turns into a Deadite in Evil Dead 2. How his face kind of like sinks into itself, and he gets like a skull looking thing, and somehow he has an even bigger chin as a Deadite. That's fucking hilarious. But yeah, it's the eyes. Like when you like seeing the pupils in their eyes just doesn't make sense to me. Everything else is good.
I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, no, totally. But yeah, I couldn't get over the eyes, and I thought the mom was a great actress. I thought that she did a really good job, especially like my favorite scene in Evil Dead Rise is when they're looking through the peephole. And they're just like, and the mom is just like tearing people apart. She rips off the arms of the boy and throws them. That's my favorite part. And like the little girl is like, Mom, are you sick? She's just like, nothing that a big old kiss from Mom can't fix.
God, that's
I'm like,
the
that
creepiest
is so
scene.
scary. Like it was really creepy, and that's what I mean about like going back and doing a rewatch, not thinking that this is an Evil Dead movie. It really makes the experience better. But as an Evil Dead like purist and someone who's really critical about like horror movies in general, it just like it wasn't for me. But
yeah,
I feel like they're gonna keep making more. I don't know. I mean, they left it open ended.
Yeah. There's
with the whole scene.
There's a really funny edit of the end of Ash vs. Evil Dead when the giant demon comes out of the ground or whatever.
Tanda.
Yeah. When he comes out of the ground, like the earth like cracks open. When the earth cracks open in that scene, they edit it so that the apartment shaking in Evil Dead Rise is because of that. Like that's why like the Deadites like come out in that movie. They edit it so that like it's connected, but it's not. I think it's just cool.
I wish it was though.
Yeah, that'd be pretty freaking sick.
I think that we've talked about this, but I really was hoping that you've seen all of Ash versus Evil Dead, right? I was really hoping that like Evil Dead Rise would have been after Ash got like smushed, right? And then what happened with Pablo Kelly and the daughter, Brandy, and their kind of like journey, like what happens to them next, because obviously Bruce Campbell like wakes up like a billion years in the future. But I was really hoping for that, and I think that would have been cool. And
Yeah.
everyone loves those characters. Like, who doesn't love Pablo and Kelly? Like, they're such great characters.
Yeah.
And even in Katie and I watched the roast of Bruce Campbell. Really fucking
So good.
horrible. It was like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, probably. But I enjoyed
it was just like it was like a school assembly. You watched it, right?
Yeah, I watched
it. Was like a school assembly, and like obviously like the jokes were like pre-written, and like no one looked at them beforehand. The delivery
like
was
Ted
terrible.
wasn't even there. Like the guy who
Ted wasn't there. I was just like, what the fuck? I paid money for this. But I remember Dana DiLorenzo, who plays Kelly. She had like a little like joke in there, being like, "And if you ever need somebody, I'd be happy to rise to the occasion."
Yeah.
Like, and I thought of that. I'm like, why wouldn't you put Kelly in your movie? Like, why wouldn't you make something after like Ash vs Evil Dead, like those characters? Like, people want to see that. The show got cut off too soon. You know, it got canceled too soon, and I think that would have been a better movie, in my opinion.
And I think Kelly would have really worked in the role of the roadie girl.
Oh, but even like Kelly as her character.
Yeah, like no, like Kelly as Kelly, if she was the roadie. Yeah, like they didn't like make it like an entirely new character. Like that was just like her family or whatever. Like if they just
totally
replaced her, that'd be pretty sick. And then like Pablo could be like, I don't know, he could be the one that like finds the book or whatever in that one scene.
Yeah, no, I would have absolutely loved that, but it didn't happen, and who knows like when we're gonna see those actors again.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was Kelly's first role.
Yeah.
I believe that was her first role, Dana DiLorenzo. I think because I read about how she got the role and stuff, and she said that she's never done acting before, and I was like, wow, because she's really good in that show. Like,
really good, yeah.
Badass.
Has she done other things?
Not that I've ever seen her in.
Okay.
I follow her on Instagram, and I know she does like signings sometimes, but she's really not like a big famous, you know, actress. She's, you know, just pretty much known for Ash versus Evil Dead. Pablo, the guy who plays Pablo, I've only seen him in one other thing, and that is in Meet the Fockers. That who plays in that fucking movie? Like Robert De Niro and shit like that.
Gotcha.
She the lead Ben Stiller, is that Meet the Fockers?
I think so.
Pablo plays his like illegitimate like love child.
Oh, I remember.
It was
you
like
me about
20
this.
years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I remember that was him. But I've never seen him in anything else. I also follow him on Instagram.
Isn't he like hella jacked?
Yeah. He's so jacked and so gay, and I love it.
You couldn't. I genuinely like thought they got like a body double for him like in the second and third season, but like no, he's just like extremely skinny in the first one, or like they just hide it well. But then like he takes his shirt off in like one part of like season 2, and he's got all that like writing on him, and Jesus Christ.
When he's the book.
Yeah. I was feeling
Poor
things.
Pablo.
Makes me question my manhood.
I looked at that and I'm like, I need to be jacked like Pablo. I'm like, what do you eat to look like that?
Nothing.
Like
you
nothing.
Eat nothing.
You eat just like
all
boiled
your greens.
chicken.
All your greens.
Greens and boiled chicken.
Yeah.
Like you don't even get to like enjoy your life. Pablo got fucking rocked in that second season with
true.
Ball.
Yeah.
Oh my god, when he got the little slicey.
Yeah.
He died. I remember crying. I was like, oh, Pablo. And then the next episode, it's Bruce Campbell like driving like drunk in the car, and be like, Pablo, with like Pablo next to him. I'm like, oh, Pablo.
Yeah, that's great. God, that show is so good. I'm so glad I actually got to watch it, because I've been meaning to for years, because it was on Netflix for a while. And the thumbnail for it was is it a bear mascot?
Yeah, in the third season.
I was like, oh, that's fucking cool as shit. I hope they do more with that. And it didn't show up till the third season, but it was worth the wait in my opinion, because I really liked that character.
I love in the second season when Ball is about to kill Ash, and Ash is just like, wait, before you kill me, I have to ask. how was she in the sack? And then he's like, oh, and then it distracts him and fucking kills him. It was my favorite. It's just like such like goof.
Yeah.
And I've seen it like at least 6 times the all 3 seasons. And when at the last episode when Ash is like does that like whole speech and like gives Brandy the necklace and it's like they're like this on the wall, it makes me cry every time.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. The first season really showed his acting chops.
Yeah.
The episode where his hand grows another like evil him and he kills Amanda and stuff, that whole episode I was like, wow, Bruce Campbell's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Like I never like, he was just like my favorite. He's just such a goofy like actor, but I'm like, oh, he can really act. And like that episode, it was like solidified it for me. Also like the episode right beforehand was Samara Weaving's fucking episode where she fucking gets rocked.
Yeah.
Dude, she had in my opinion, the worst death out of everyone in Ash vs. Evil Dead. She got torture porn. She got tortured.
Yeah.
And then ripped apart like spine. I'm like, oh my god.
Does Bruce Campbell still do his own stunts in Ash vs. Evil Dead?
Yeah.
He does? Okay, that's cool.
He
I really
does,
like that.
yeah.
Because that's what
And,
I
like,
love about the second one. The second Evil Dead. That scene where he's like breaking the plates over his head. The one where he like flips himself over. That's my favorite thing that he does in that movie.
That and the
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, I still laugh at that scene to this day.
Yeah, when he throws the keeps breaking and then like takes and like flips himself over, that makes me laugh
Or
so fucking hard.
the fall that he does when he comes out of the house into the shed with Linda's head in his hand, like when he like jumps down the stairs and falls over the trash can. That scene makes me laugh as well, because because that's like a real fall and it's just it's wild. Like
it's so good.
He's such a good actor.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's just like I love charisma. He just like pours charisma. I think that's probably another reason why I really like Nick Cage. It's just because like he's a good actor. Like we've seen him in like Con Air and like things that are like serious. But I don't know what has happened to him the last like 20 years. He's just got a little cuckoo bananas, but it works for him so well, and he just drips charisma, and I love that. And I know like you hate Justin Long, but he also drips charisma.
It's true.
They're so charismatic that I'm just drawn to that. I think I'm very drawn to that personality trait in anybody, actors, friends, people. You know what? People I don't know. If you're charismatic, I'm like I feel comfortable around you. You know what I mean? I can make like a joke and you're not like, I am offended.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. God, people who get offended real easily are just not fun to be around.
No, I won't be around. I can't waste my time.
Yeah.
My life is so short. Our lives are so short. We have no idea what's going to happen. You know, we could fucking drown in a fucking jacuzzi like, what's his name? Matthew Perry. Like, holy shit. Like, you don't know what's going to happen day to day. I'm not going to waste my time with filtering myself. I'm never going to be rude to anybody. But if I say, like, what's up, dude? And you're just like, I'm offended by the word dude. I'm like, we can't be friends. I'm not into that. Like, I'm really not. I'll respect you and do whatever you want. But, like, don't tell me how to, like, don't tell me something offends you when it's like, oh God, these green M&Ms are mixed in with my red M&Ms. I'm offended. Well, you know what you should do? Jump off a bridge, because if you're offended from that, then you have a long fucking life ahead of you, my dear.
Yeah.
Hey, I offended here.
Yeah, and that's why like if I that's why like I give all my friends like a hard time, because if I don't, like, you know, I just like if you can take me like sassing you like face to face, like we're gonna be friends. And obviously like, so there will be times where like maybe I'll think I've gone too far, but but I'll always like communicate that to you. You know, like I apologize to you more than most people, honestly.
And I've never once been offended by anything you've ever said.
And it's literally just because like I don't know. I just don't want to like say. I don't want to like find your breaking point. You know.
I think I'm trying to. What would be my breaking point of me
Like
getting
obviously,
just
I'll
like
never just
upset?
like randomly like be mean to you. Like
Yeah,
I just don't
I think
ever.
that's probably yeah.
Yeah, just like I'll never say anything mean to you because obviously like I want to keep you in my life. You know, you're one of my best
Mhm.
friends. Like
Mhm.
I enjoy being around you. You know, it's just like there's just certain points where I overthink like, oh, maybe that joke I made wasn't in the best taste or is something like that.
Mhm.
And usually it's fine if I
Mhm.
communicate to my friends.
Mhm.
And it's I think it's just I need someone to tell me like yeah you're not like a burden or anything because I've only ever been that to people.
Oh,
So
I can't imagine you being a burden.
that's
Like
good.
you like you're like the star on top of a Christmas tree. I feel like you come in and like brighten up the room, you know, with your spectacular personality and your humor. So, yeah, I don't know like I've had not a breaking point, but if I do like break, it's usually I wouldn't break like in front of you.
Mhm.
So, I'll give you like an example. I I used to um I'm just like looking at the chat. I'm like, oh, who is here? Because I'm about to talk shit. I used to, yeah, I used to. I won't say any names, but I mean, you could probably figure it out. I used to play a lot of games with somebody on
Mhm.
stream, and I, I really put a lot of trust and a lot of like love and time and friendship into this person,
Mhm.
and they let me down so bad by doing things like not caring about me in return, always commenting on my streams about like, oh, I'm doing poor. You know, that person will be like, oh, my stream's doing poorly because you're streaming with me and everyone's with you and not with me. And like, we don't share a community,
Mhm.
you know, we don't. It was just like, but it was every single time. So like me going into playing, it was really hard for going and playing games and get and like having this like high of like I'm having so much fun, and then throughout the night, you know, getting told that, you know, nobody's with me and it's because of you. And
Mhm.
it really hurts because
Yeah.
like I I genuinely like I turn off my viewers. Like when I go live on Twitch, first of all, I'm nervous as hell.
Yeah.
And I don't think about things like how many people are watching me. Like you're in my chat, like I'm so excited that you're here and we
Mhm.
can just hang out. This is like my hangout time. This is my social life. And my social life is not based off of how many viewers are in my chat. It's just if five people are in my chat chatting with me and I can have an ongoing conversation while playing a game, while being entertaining and funny, like
Mhm.
that's what I love. But when people try to put Twitch as like just strictly a business and it's just like about their numbers, it's about what they can gain, like it's just
Yeah.
not my vibe. And being told that like my me being a part of their Twitch stream was hurting them because there's more people in mine,
Mhm.
really like it got to a point where I was like, I will no longer play games with you,
Mhm.
and I don't think we could even be friends. And it really, really hurt me. So
Yeah.
that was kind of like, that was what I can consider like a breaking point for me.
Mhm.
You know, if you, Matt, I know you would obviously never do this, but if you were like, you know, I don't want to do this podcast with you anymore um, because you know nobody's showing up to our podcast and I doesn't enjoy it, and I'd rather just, you know, stream on my own or do the podcast on my own because more, you know, like things like that
Mhm.
would hurt me
Yeah.
so much. But I wouldn't be like, right now it'd been like, Max, I would just kind of silently, you know,
Mhm.
drift away. um
Gotcha.
but no, the only time that like I've had like a really like an automatic response is like, I try not to let it bother me, but I don't like it when people comment on my body.
Oh yeah, that's
If it's
the worst.
if it's negative or positive,
Mhm.
I don't like it. And especially when it's negative. And when I used to play Dead by Daylight a lot on stream, people would come in and call me fat all the time, and I'm like, I'm literally going to cry. Like, somebody is just coming in and being like, what is the first thing, noticeable thing, that I could point out about this girl? And I'm like, oh, okay, it's her fucking body weight. And I'm like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's really, really a terrible thing. I would never do that to anybody else. Yeah. And the fact that, like, so many, like, people would keep doing that to me, it's like, all right, well, fuck, you know, like, I just, like, I hate that shit. That would probably make me, like, break down a little bit. I just try to ignore it now. And if someone comments about my body, on stream, I just go like, what are you talking about? I'm hot as shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about. I'm like, do you fucking see me? I'm just like, you know what I just, like, even though I'm not trying to, like, talk myself up or anything, but instead of being like, you know, I'm just being like, look at this. I got the most beautiful hair on Twitch. I don't think, like, you know, it's fucking undeniable here. Like, you know, like, I just try to, like, give it back and be like, it doesn't bother me. Because if it doesn't bother me, they're not going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've learned. So don't call me fat. It's pretty much what I'm saying to everybody. You guys, no.
I definitely won't do that. No, I would cry if we ever stopped doing this. This is one of the things I genuinely look forward to.
Same. I look forward to this every month. And I look forward to, like, planning it with you. Even, like, we do, like, such little planning because we really don't need to. Yeah. But thinking about, like, hey, who do we want to have as, like, guests in the future? When we were talking about what do we want to do for the rest of the year, and you're like, oh, let's just have it, like, you and me for the rest of the year. It's, like, nice. It's like, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And, like, thinking about, like, who do we want to have in the future for next year, and, like, just, like, continuing to do this and seeing, like, all, like, the sussy clips. And again, like, my favorite thing ever is looking at you adding, like, the little, like, inside jokes to the starting screen is my favorite thing in the world. Yeah. Like, every time I see Binky Bonky, I fucking die. Yeah. I fucking lose it. You tagged me on something on, like, Twitter recently. You're like, look, it's Binky Bonky, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, because weren't they making, like, a jumbo figure plush, something like that?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I found Binky Bonky, and you're like,
it's
fuck.
Binky Bonky.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that made me laugh. I couldn't think on the spot. I'm bad. Well, my words fill. My mouth fills with words that aren't right. I just have word vomit all the time.
Gotcha. See, I think that's why, like, sometimes I can make a joke really quickly about something is because my brain is going 10,000 miles an hour to be, so, like, I can, like, make a joke really easily to the point where it's just like that. Like, I saw that and, like, 5 seconds later I tagged you and made that joke. But, like,
it's so funny.
But, like, sometimes I'll have to explain my jokes. And, like, that, and I'm just like, that can be the hardest part for me, because explaining things can be difficult because I stumble over my words a lot. But
also, like, some things aren't explainable. Like, I can't explain to you everything that comes out of my mouth and the things that I say. I had a oopsie on demonologist lately, and most of my humor is, like, unintentional.
Yeah,
I just say stuff that's wrong and it's funny. And this was a example of it. So I like using the spirit box and demonologist, even though it doesn't like to answer me because of my pizza accent. And you know, on the screen it tells you the name of the ghost. Well, the name of the ghost was named, I'm gonna type in the chat, that was the name of the ghost.
Okay,
so,
I know what you're talking about.
So I go into the house, and he goes, "What's the name of the ghost?" So I said the ghost his name is Collard Branch. So we're yelling out Collard Branch this entire fucking game, and he goes back, like, halfway during the game. He goes back to the trailer and looks at the name. He was like, what Collard? He's like, this is Khalid. I'm like, I've never seen that name before. And he just started like pissing himself, like crying. Cause he's like, Collard Branch. Hello, Collard Branch. Just fucking like shit like that. That makes me laugh the most. Just like oopsies like that. Because it's so fun and it's innocent.
Yeah.
I love like, even though like I'm loud and obnoxious, right? Like at the end of the day, like I love like wholesome and like innocence and like innocent jokes.
Yeah.
Like not everything needs to be dirty. Like not everything needs to be like out there, right? Some things can just be Collard Branch. And it's fucking and it's hilarious and we're still fucking talking about it.
Yeah.
I love that shit so much.
I mean, my favorite joke from this podcast is that's the way we like the world, you know? And we're going to be talking about that for the rest of our lives. So.
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like the world. I'm like, oh my god. That's so good.
That's going to be the main clip from today's episode.
Oh, 100%. Oh, you need to like put like on the starting screen now like the world with like a butt on it or something like something that needs to be like put into the fucking.
It'll be next to the dominatrix sandwich. Whoopsh. Some of these people are not going to understand that joke because we've been going for so long.
They're all so good.
They're all so
I mean,
good.
like the fucking what was it? The sand crocodiles. Like that fucking made me laugh.
The floor crocodiles?
The floor crocodiles, yeah, that fucking made me laugh. Everything makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Like I still, because it's just so like prominent on the screen is like, hello, my name is Binky Bonky. Fucking.
Yeah. That's what. No, I couldn't. I was like, oh, I have to do something with that, and I'm just like, what do I do? And then I realized, like, I was like, oh my god, those name tags exist. I can do that. And then I took that and did the Maiden of the Grease thing as well.
The Maiden of Grease. Say my name into a fucking pizza grease 69 times, and I'm like hello. That's how you summon me.
I'm gonna go make a pizza real quickly, guys. I'll be right back.
I love it. I love it so much. I also like that you put little things for our guests too. So you have like the chill and the corn. You know, you had a little thing for days in there. Like I like that you put little thingamaboobers. Yeah,
I already have some of the ideas for the next few guests planned out. I just gotta like make them. I'm probably gonna have to redo that starting soon screen at a certain point because I'm running out of space, or make an ending screen so I can get more space.
Oh, that's
and
a
just
good
like
one.
wait out the ending screen.
Oh, that's a good one. You know what? I have an idea. What about for the ending screen? Start like next year when we have our like January episode. Start putting like this stuff on 2024 on the ending screen. You know what I mean? So like have like stuff from like today and like the next podcast and stuff on this.
Or I could do like I could make the previous. So what we could do is like, since this is going to be a monthly thing, I could make the starting soon screen for this year, next year's ending screen.
Oh!
And then just start over.
That's way better. That's way better. See, using that noggin. It's sweet, sweet, wholesome noggin of yours. I love that idea. I love that so much. Yeah, so you like start fresh. I love that. Aww.
It'll be just all like cobbled together. Like
so it'd be like, look, it's all of our inside jokes from last year, and then you have like a fresh one from the next year. I love that. I'm trying to burp and I'm getting like this like weird like half burp indigestion right now. I'm just like, what's wrong with me? I'm a monster. Oh, I love that.
And then
so
we could like
much.
fill out the ending screen like more with like, after we do a bunch of them, we could just add each ending soon screen as like this year. That'd be cool.
I really love doing this podcast with you, Max. Like in all seriousness, like this is like really, I felt so alone like not to get like super like emotional and personal, but
Mm-hmm.
when 2020, when the pandemic happened, like I lost my whole team, my whole derby team, and those were all of my friends, and I felt so alone and just I didn't have like like barely any friends left, and learning how to like play video games on Twitch has been really great, and I'm very thankful for like the friendships that I've met, and have made, and meeting you. I remember meeting you. Like I remember like being in the cantina and seeing you, and I'm like, this goes back to like saying how like much you've blossomed too,
Mm-hmm.
is that like you were so shy, and just like a lot of more things just kind of made you like perturbed, and and just watching you kind of like come out of your shell has been like really great to watch. And you being like, let's do this monthly podcast together, and us just having this like really great friendship and chemistry
Mm-hmm.
has made me so happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only ask for happiness in this kind of like fucked up life that we live in. So like truly, like I'm so happy that we have this, and I can't wait for like for it to grow more, and like not like I love like what we're just like where it is. And I know that actually that was something that you and I loved this um when you and Defiled's podcast, when Defile was like, what do you want to do with this? Like, you want to do this, you want to do monetization, you want to make money, you want to do that, and you were like, I'm just like cool with like doing what we're doing now. And that's
Yeah.
like that would have been my answer too. I would have been like, no, I don't like, oh, if someone offers us like $1 million for like, oh, you want to come on Spotify or whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But like I'm not, and the same with like Twitch, right? I'm not in it to like make money or whatever. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is perfect. This is my time. This is my hangout time. We're laughing, we're conversing, we're having conversations about horror and life and friendship, and this is not something that I get to do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. Like, and so when I mean like seeing it like grow and stuff, I mean like not even like grow in like, oh, we're gonna make money, we're gonna be famous, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean like make it grow as in like having more like streamers on for
Mm-hmm.
interviews, like maybe like one time we do like a themed episode
Yeah.
and we like dress up or something. I was actually thinking about, and I was like, fuck me, Allison, because I totally, if I had a red wig, I would have 100% dressed as you today. I'm just like, I have a red flannel and a band T-shirt. I'll put my
Mhm.
Ice Nine Kill shirt on.
Yeah.
All I would need is like I'm like, fuck. I messed up. Just I mean like by that.
Mm-hmm.
It's already grown since like when we first started to where it is now. Even just look at our fucking starting screen that
Yeah.
you made. Like that's all growth.
Mm-hmm.
That's all memories. Like and that's so nice. Those are all memories that we look at our starting screen and laugh at all the stupid fucking shit that we've said.
Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Mhm.
And no one's here to judge us.
Yeah.
We're just two like wholesome human beings who are just saying shit and laughing.
Yeah.
And I love it. I really do. I
Uh-huh.
love it so much.
It's
So
it's always so humbling when I go into like someone's stream. Like the other day, like Crims. Oh, you and I were in Crim's chat, and Crims was just like, "So, guys, when am I gonna be on your podcast?" And it's just like, oh, people want to be a part of the thing that we're doing, and it just warms my heart that like we're doing something that like can bring people together, because that's literally all I want.
yeah.
I mean, I started Twitch wanting like to make friends too, so and like meeting like people from your community, people from Virgo's community, Ellie's community, like all of my mods, like meeting like Defiled like really helped me a lot, because Defiled is like one of my best friends now.
Defiled's wonderful.
Yeah, it's funny. Me and Defiled made a pact like 2 months ago that me and him are each other's celebrity crushes.
I love that so much.
It's great. Yeah,
Celebrity crushes.
it's awesome.
We should go visit him.
We should.
He's moving to Cali in like a month or so.
Yeah, that's why he hasn't been around, right?
Yeah,
She's
I
been real.
messaged him the other day. I'm just like, I miss you.
Yeah,
miss you."
I messaged him the other day, being like I missed him too.
I remember meeting Defiled.
Hmm.
It was when Katie first started streaming, probably nervous,
Yeah,
and
most likely Katie.
most likely Katie,
Hmm.
and that should have been her name, most likely Katie. That's so funny.
Yeah, that's what I call her.
I love that. Most
She's my
likely
favorite.
Katie. I love that. But he rated her like at a random, didn't know her, just rated her, and
Yeah.
I said to him, I was like, Defiled Entrails. I'm like, that's a really cool name. And then like I found out we both like we had the same favorite comedian,
Mhm.
and we like a lot of the same things.
Mhm.
And he's just like a good dude, and he's fucking funny, and
Yeah.
like doesn't give a shit, and I love that. I love the not giving a shitness about him.
Yeah.
Like his streams are hella funny because his banter is hysterical. Like I miss his streams so much. Oh no. Oh no. What'd he say?
No, it's just like I love Defiled streams because I'm just such a different person in his streams. Like you know this.
You're just
Defiled
more bad.
I'm just like my degenerate side just comes out because I don't know, it's just easy to be degenerative around him, I guess. Cuz he like doesn't cuz he's the same way and he just like doesn't judge like I feel everyone else would, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Not like what I'm doing right now is a fake me or anything. Just like I show a lot more of it with him because I feel like I don't know.
He's not gonna say shit.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be like, oh, that's like we listen to your mom's house podcast, and they say like like Tata there retard. You know what I mean? Like they
Oh,
say like
gotcha.
shit like
Yeah.
that. And like I'll say that in his streams and he laughs because it's like he doesn't get offended and it's like he knows that where that's from.
Uh-huh.
Like things like that I feel comfortable, right?
Mhm.
And he like doesn't give a shit. Like at this point like he's been banned once,
Yeah.
right? And he's just like whatever, like I don't give a shit. I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And I hate that people will come in to any stream and be like, oh, I don't like what this person said, clip it and then send it to Twitch, like what they did with Lalo, what they did with Defiled. Xeno recently got a two-week ban as well. Xenofox.
Yeah, I heard about
because
that.
she said she just like men ain't shit, just like
Is
that.
that
Men ain't
literally
shit.
all she said?
She said men ain't shit. That's it. Men ain't shit. And
But she's not wrong though.
No, she's not wrong. Men ain't shit. So someone clipped it, probably man, right, and sent it off and be like, I'm offended. And then she got a 2-week ban for that.
Yeah.
Like Defiled made a joke on Juice's stream. And no, it was Juice gave him a shout out. And the shout out was him saying a joke that's I believe it said something like vegetables are like butt sex. If you don't try it when you're young, you don't like it when you're old. And someone clipped that, and that's how he got banned.
What the
like,
fuck?
why can't you guys just not be pussies?
Yeah.
Like, just leave, just like fucking do your own thing. Or leave. If you don't like it, fucking leave. But like,
Yeah.
why you feel like you have to be all strong, high and mighty to someone you don't even fucking know?
Yeah.
And I hate it when that shit happens to my friends.
It's that thing where it's like we were always taught to be the better person. So it's just like if you don't report the thing that offends you, like it's going to keep happening. But like yeah, if it's like not actively, if it's only harming you, then it's only harming you. If it's harming a lot of people, then it's a problem.
Right.
Like,
I'm not saying like if you're bullying somebody, it's different.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to. Bullies are not good. But like if I say so much fucking shit on my stream.
Yeah.
So much shit, and like I nothing ever offensive, but like last night I'm just like we're killing everybody. Like we are going into this game and we are going to fucking kill everybody. I'm missing every quick time event. Like I don't fucking care. I want them fucking dead. Like and if imagine somebody like clips me saying like I'm killing everybody, they all deserve to die, this game fucking sucks, like and I get banned because of that. Like what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this to me?
And it's another thing, like, our generation, like, just gave up on context. Like, context just does not exist for us for no reason. And that's why I'm just like, if I'm not sure, like, what, like, if I, like, that, I heard some shit about why, like, I was following Xeno's, like, why Xeno got banned, and I like, did some, like, some more digging down to it, and I was like, okay, that, gotcha. It makes sense. It shouldn't have happened, but it makes sense. And I'm just like, people just, like, I don't know, just like, and it's like what you just said, like, people would clip it out of context, because clips can only be like, what, a minute?
A minute like tops, yeah.
30 seconds, something like that. And so you're only getting, like, a snippet of what actually happened, but you're, like, talking about a game, and, you know.
No, and absolutely. And people could be very rude, you know, with clips as well. I will, you know, I admittingly, like, I feel like this year I really had to, how do I put this? I feel like I hate saying this, but I'm gonna say it. I feel like last year, 2022, very much my shtick was my sexuality, and I wore a lot more revealing clothing. I talked a lot more sus, and it didn't, for no other reason, but, like, I just thought it was like I felt good wearing less clothing, or felt like more, and I thought that saying kind of like maybe like dirty stuff was funny. But then I learned that I was getting not bullied, but I was getting
like,
what's
harassed?
the word, Matt? Harassed. I was getting harassed constantly in DMs, and I was getting harassed on my stream, and I was letting things go, like someone come in all the time and be like, look at those awoogas. And I had to, like, message them eventually and be like, you need to stop. Someone would literally DM me during my stream and say, like, oh, you know what I would do to you right now, if, you know, things like that. And, like, so, like, this year I was like, all right, well, I need to put a stop to this. It is fucking baggy sweatshirts for me, baby. No more of that stuff. But I would get, like, I will never forget that Lalo shouted me out on his stream, and this clip was my boob falling out of my shirt. And I didn't know. I didn't know that clip. And it wasn't like my full boob. It was like my bra, but, like, it was not right. Like, no one that shouldn't have happened, and no one shouldn't have clipped that. But it was clipped and then wasn't told to me. And then and then I saw it, and I'm like, oh my god. But, like, to me, that's, like, a form of harassment. Like, you're clipping this to first of all, I'm humiliated. Like, I'm humiliated. And, like, why are you doing this? Like, why? Like, why? Like, when we clip Corn saying, like, funny sus stuff, it's because he's a baby angel, and, like, it's not anything, like, sexual. It's not anything, you know, predatorial. It's just, like, fun, and that's, like, his shtick at this point, right? And that's his thing. But, like, you're literally clipping my breast falling out of my shirt. Like, I didn't mean that to happen, and you should respect me. And you have no respect for me if this is what you are doing. And a lot of people left. I had a lot of people leave my streams this year because I wasn't like the fucking, you know, horny gal I was last year, just talking whatever. I was like, this is, at the end of the day, like, I would love to make Twitch, like, full time. Like, I would love to make this a business. I mean, it is a business, but, like, more so. And I, you know, being, like, the Scream Queen, and, you know, having my, like, gimmick, and, you know, entertaining everybody is really important to me. And, like, I don't want to be looked at anymore. Maybe I did, but I don't want to be looked at anymore as any sort of, like, sexual object, or being like, oh, she's just, like, hot or whatever. I want to be like, oh, Ali G, you know, oh, she's Scream Queen of Twitch. Like, oh, she plays all these cool horror games. It's fun hearing her scream. Like, that's what I want to be known for. Like, not anything else. And I have really grown this year on Twitch because of that.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It always makes me feel bad because a lot of my friends are women, and I hate like, and I mod for a good chunk of them.
Mhm.
And just like seeing like guys come in and be like just complete a-holes to them because they're women streaming
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
It's heartbreaking for me personally because like they're my friends and I love them and I would
Mhm.
personally never do that shit, So it's just
It's
like,
hard.
yeah, it's always weird seeing something that you would never do to your friend.
But that's also like if there's somebody in my chat like the last comment I got was probably like a month and a half ago. Someone came into my chat and was just like introduced themselves. They're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh, hey, first time chatter. How are you?"
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing they say is, "Can I get you pregnant?"
Oh.
You know what I mean? At that point, like having friends in my chat to be like, dude, like, and people backing you up
Yeah.
is like super important. Having a good mod squad. I
Mm-hmm.
remember, so I have a Discord, chat with all of my mods, the
Mm-hmm.
Ali G mods, and even if like let's say like usually Corn is like always on my stream until he has to leave because we stream similar times.
Mm-hmm.
Even if like he's there, he's the only one there, and like that shit happens, he will right away write in the mod chat being like blah 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 just said this, and then even if like defiled days chill whatever, even if they are on stream, they'll go on stream and be like where is he, got it, and they'll all like converse and be like, okay, did it all, keep my eye out, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, I'm watching. Like having that is so important.
Yeah.
Having a good mod squad, and even not just a mod squad, like if someone came in here right now and started harassing us for whatever reason,
Yeah.
I mean, like looking at the chat, like we have like Gammon here, we Corn, Sickle, like all these friends in here that
Mm-hmm.
would stand up for us.
Yeah. Like they.
And
Yeah. Like
yeah,
they got our
and
backs.
they have our back, and that's so important.
Especially because like you and I like we're talking back and forth like this, and we
Mhm.
both physically have to turn to look at the chat, so we
Yeah,
might
like
not
I'm
be able
looking
to
at the
see
chat
it.
now. Yeah, exactly,
Um,
exactly.
Yeah.
And you
That's just
depend
really
on that.
helpful. Yeah.
So I'm really grateful to have such good people,
Yeah.
good friends.
Yeah. I got your back. Don't worry.
I got your back.
That's why we're all floppy.
Always. That's
Do you remember?
that's why we're all floppy.
Yeah. Do you not remember the first time you said that? Literally, 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 that one time I asked you to be a mod for me, you were like, "I got your back," or no, I said I got your back for whatever reason. And you were like, "Oh yeah, that's why we're all floppy." You literally said that, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
What does that even mean?
And I've
Max?
literally used that joke on everyone ever since I said that.
It's fantastic.
It's great.
It's fantastic. I have no recollection. That's fantastic. That's why we're floppy. That is
Floppy.
so
Hi,
fucking
Alpha. I
funny.
love you.
Alpha floppy. Hey, I'm floppy over here.
I'm flopping here.
Mm-hmm. Alpha's a really good example of like Alpha like got my respect right away.
Yeah.
It's hard when like a lot of times when I meet a new friend and they are the opposite sex of me,
Mm-hmm.
and admittingly a lot of times they'll like DM me or and inquire about my status or like say something that's like a little sus or whatever, and I kind of get like skeeved out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like I've met Alpha probably like only like a couple of months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and Alpha's become like such a good friend and a really like important part of the stream because I trust him like implicitly. He has done nothing to like harass me or
Mhm.
like sexualize me or like, and that's so important to me because like not everybody does that. Like most guys will say something, or comment on my body or comment on my face, like,
Yeah.
being like, oh, you're pretty is fine, but being like, going beyond that is like,
Mhm.
I don't like it. And Alpha has never gone like beyond that, and also is just such like a delightful person. Like we send each other fucking like New York memes like all the time
That's
on
awesome.
Instagram, like fucking Italian bippity bop shit. It's so fun. But like if somebody came into my stream and was like harassing me, like I know Alpha would like have my back. Like
Yeah.
even just knowing him for the, short time that I've known him, I
Mhm.
know he'd have my back. He feels like he's just a genuine friend, like a genuine
Yeah.
person. I'm so grateful for Alpha.
Me too.
Ow!
Alpha's been one of my best friends for the past few months. Alpha's one of the reasons I got back into streaming, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
I didn't know that.
after my like 3 month hiatus, it was like
Mhm.
Virgo, Alpha, Kim, and you who like really got me like back into streaming because I was like, I'm really nervous, like no one's gonna be there, and then like Virgo was there and Alpha was there. I think Virgo rated me my first stream back, and that was like very helpful to like get back on my feet because Virgo was already like one of my favorite streamers at the time, and I think I had just started being a mod for her. And that like really helps me a lot because Virgo's one of my best friends now, and I will forever sing her praises for how great she is and whatnot.
She is great. She's a
She's
really,
great.
really great person, really great streamer, supportive.
Very supportive.
You
Yeah.
know, like I see her everywhere, people's streams, and that's really cool too because all we have is time, right?
Yeah.
And our time is so like sparse, and having just like people give up their time, like everyone here in the chat right now is giving up their time to do like whatever they're doing to come hang out with us.
Yeah.
And that's so appreciative, and I see Virgo literally everywhere. Your chat, my chat, Corn's chat, and it's so nice. And it's like nice because we're all in the same like bubble, even though we all may have separate communities. There's like that, a tie-in right in the middle, and I love that. I love that so much.
And it's always great, like what I love about Virgo is no matter like where she goes, she either has a mod sword or a VIP badge, and I love that because it means like she cares about like who she's around and whatnot. You brought up like the time thing. That's why whenever someone is in my chat, I'm always thanking them for their time. Like yes, I'm thankful that they're that they're themselves and whatnot, but time is again very important, and I always thank everyone for their time, whether it's like a minute, a second, an hour, whatever.
It's nice, and it's really nice to see, and like as like our communities grow and like you meet more people and more, you see them like and familiarize yourself, and you see them in other people's chats, and then your friendship just grows from that because you're like, oh, well, if you like Max, then I know you're good people, and if Max likes you, then I know that you're good people. You know what I mean? Like if I like, and I think like you've said it, and Defiled have said it, like you both. And correct me like if I'm wrong, this is very much like an observation, but I do feel as though you guys will seek out the like the friends, not the friends that I have. How do I you will let's say like I start hanging out a lot with like Alpha is always there, like on my chat, and then you see how me and Alpha are like laughing back and forth and conversing. You're like, oh, if Allie likes Alpha and like they're having this good relationship, well, me and Allie have this really good relationship, so I'll probably get along with Alpha. Then you and Alpha become best friends, and like I love that. Like I feel like, and I do that too. Like if I see somebody like in Corin's chat all the time, like I'll want to befriend them. Like I feel like I've recently became really good friends with Miss Mad Duck, who is Corn's other, and Moosey, who is Corn's other mods.
Two
and
of
we
my favorite human beings.
They're wonderful, and like they're just good people, and they just want to hang out and not make fun of Corn, but like troll Corn, and we're just and like if Corn and Moosey and Miss Mad Duck get along so well, then I'm gonna get along with Moosey and Miss
Yeah.
Mad Duck. Like, there's no way I won't, because Corin doesn't keep bad company.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So
That's
I want to be friends with your friends.
Yeah.
Because then I want us all to be together and like in the same circle.
That's why me and Sevi are such good friends now, because I remember the night that I met her, I was like, yeah, Allie like was telling me all about you, like she says you're like a great person, I really wanted to meet you, and like I went in there and like she was like so happy to meet me. She was like and then one of her mods like knew about our podcast, and he was telling her all about that, and she was like, oh, I'm following you right now. And then like not even like 2 days later she shows up, and me and her are just like joking about like that night and whatnot. It was great.
She's a hoot. Sevi
she's wonderful.
Such a personality, and I love her. I love her. And when her and I are together,
oh, it's great.
It's just like this bubble of just like, I want to say a bubble of fuck, but I don't mean it like that. It's just like a bubble of
no,
like,
you mean
it's
it
too
like that.
loud. It's two big personalities in the same room. Yeah. So like, we just feed off of each other's nonsense.
Yeah.
And I love it.
You know what I would love to see?
Yeah.
Like you, me, Sevi, and Kim play Outlast Trials together.
I love it.
Because me and Kim are like calm, cool, collected beings, and you and Sevi are just like the screamers.
Yeah. Whereas panicky and loud and obnoxious. Like, absolutely. I love it. I mean, I think she plays Outlast Trials. We can definitely make it happen.
Or just a game, you know?
Just any game.
Yeah. I just think that would just be really funny. Just me and Kim being calm, cool, collected. You two like
you guys
panicking.
I'm barrel bitching.
Yeah. God, I think about the night that you and I played, you, me, and Kim played Outlast Trials together for the first time. A lot.
It was good.
Yeah. And then another moment that I think about a lot is the first time I played Demonologist with Kim, because me and her because she like, the game that she was going to play didn't like end up working out, and she was like, I'm going to play Demonologist. Anyone want to join? I just happened to be in chat, and me and her like got to playing Demonologist for the first time, so that was fun.
Did she get scared during Demonologist at all?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I get more scared than her probably. So I love that game jump scares me so much. Literally, there's a clip on my channel where I'm like panicking around like in the basement, and then Virgo comes on the voice chat and goes, "Hey yo, what's up?" And it scares the shit out of me because Virgo's just like Virgo has like a monotone voice, and just hearing like a monotone voice in my ear at that time was not what I was expecting.
You're like, is that the voice? Is that Collard Branch?
I thought the ghost just suddenly sounded like she was from Louisiana for some reason. I was like, wait a minute, I know that voice.
It's Virgo, she's the ghost. Yeah, no, I like playing in multiplayer games. Just got to be the right one, you know. Some of them I can't do. But
yeah, I get that. That's why I love Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead's a good game. I know you probably can't play that because that's a it'll
make me motion sickness. Motion sickness.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that's a game that I love playing, and I need to play more of.
I just started playing. I think it's called Inside the Backrooms.
Yeah, is that good?
Or Escape the Back. It was one of the two. I played it once with Power. He's on vacation right now, so we haven't been able to play again.
Gotcha.
But it seems like you have to do tasks in this maze of a fucking labyrinthine maze of a fucking place, and there's a monster that's trying to get you at all times. So of course what do? I panic, I scream, I run right into the monster, and I get killed. That's just what I do. That's just what I fucking do.
Can I get you to entertain the chat for one moment, please?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
All right, chat. How we doing? What we doing? How you doing? How you doing? We got some alpha here. Fergie said I'd probably cry if you played Outlast Trials. I thought I was gonna cry. I thought I was gonna do real poorly. But it turned out to be okay. My motion sick didn't fucking kick in. It was great. I didn't even need Dramamine. I was like, what? Hello, Gamma Gamma. I love you. And Alpha's doing alright. Just had some pizza. Oh, fuck. What kind of pizza? What kind of pizza? Will, how you doing today? How you doing? How you motherfucking doing? Hey, I'm doing good. How's you? Food. I'm doing great. Oh, big hugs. Hi, hugs. We gotta hydrate. I will do some hydration now, and then I will tell Max to hydrate. Meat lovers. While Max is gone, you guys, I just want to let you know that tomorrow and the next day I will be streaming during the day. I don't know what time tomorrow because I have to wait for the last piece of my Little Misfortune costume to come. But I will be playing Little Misfortune in a Little Misfortune costume tomorrow. And then on Halloween, I'll be streaming probably around 12 p.m. EST. Dressed as Wednesday and playing Don't Scream with the Don't Scream challenge. So, anyone's interested in that, it's gonna be fun. Oh my god, it's a Lorna raid!
Welcome in, Lorna. I got back just in time. Thank Lord.
Thank Lorna.
Thank Lorna.
Hello. Little Misfortune's so good. I have played it before, and I've cried my eyes out, so I'm trying to get the better ending this time around. Welcome back, Max.
Thank you. I appreciate you so freaking much for doing that.
No, of course.
Welcome, Raiders. This is the podcast. I never know how to introduce myself to the Raiders, so I hope you enjoy it here. Welcome to the Chaos Friends. We love having you. This is my friend Allie. She is
Hello.
she is one of my best friends in the entire world and my podcast partner.
I'm just some random
Where
chick
is
on
your
the street.
cue, Will? Hold on. Do I have it up? Please hold on. Wait a minute. Fuck, I don't have it on. I'll get the Raiders command up and going again at some point. Hey, D-Cannon, welcome in. Good to see you.
Oh, D-Cannon! What's going on, dude? Welcome on in. And Diana! We have a breathe from Diana.
Yeah.
And we also... You also have a hydrate to do.
Yeah. I've been hydrating all stream.
Welcome in, friends! Hello.
Allie, I have a question about something.
I have an answer, hopefully.
You're doing something really cool. It's like a Twitch survivor type situation.
What?
Are you not doing this?
What are you talking about? Twitch Survivor? What is this?
Oh god, D-Mac was telling me about it the other day. Where D-Mac is doing like some sort of Twitch survivor type thing. And in the video, you're in it.
What? I'm in a video? What video is this? Is it out?
I think so. I could be just talking about my ass.
It's D-Mac who did it?
Yeah,
who
D-Mac
has a
was
video?
showing me. It wasn't, D-Mac was just telling me about it. And in the video that he
D-Mac.
showed me, yeah, Raven was doing it.
Oh, Raven!
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yeah, Raven messaged me, and he was like, do you want to be a part of this? And then I forgot to message him back, and then I went onto his stream, and I'm like, yes, Raven, I'll do whatever you want me to. And he goes, good, I already took your... he says, I already took your image. I already made you a part of it.
Gotcha.
Allie,
Yeah.
Raven, yeah, Raven organizing. Okay, I was like, what is D-Mac doing?
Oh, by the way, Raiders, I'm sorry. If you need to raid and run, please absolutely do so. Self-care is the best care, my friends. I love and adore you all. Lorna, thank you for bringing your community over here. You're one of my favorite human beings, and I love and adore you, my friend.
Thanks, Lorna.
It always makes me happy when Lorna raids me because Lorna, like, I don't know, Lorna just doesn't get to do that often, and the fact that she would bring her community over here is just, it makes me, like, tear up and all sappy and all that.
Getting chosen for a raid is, in my opinion, the biggest honor.
Yeah.
On Twitch. And you know what I hate when people raid and like let's say they raid with like 2 and they go like, "Hey, sorry for the small raid." Or like something. I'm like, "Dude, no."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Absolutely no. The fact that you thought of me and like wanted to come over here is like incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if it's 2 people or 200 people. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like it's the thought. It's the, you know, when I look for somebody to raid, I look for like who's on and what games they're playing. So if it's like, oh, I see that like Max is playing like Bending in the Ink Machine, like that's fucking cool. Like I want people to meet Max and watch this game. And I'm like, oh, so you want your friends to meet me and you like the game I'm playing. That's cool. Like I love that. So
yeah.
Always raid. I hate it when people don't. Some people don't raid and I never understand. I'm like, why?
There's only been a few times where I haven't raided, and it's only because like a lot of my favorite people aren't on, or there's just no one I really want to raid. But it's very rare. I kind of have like a list in my head of people I want to raid. So like every now and then I'll be like, oh yeah, like I don't know, like Allie's on, and like, but this person is also on, so I could like, and I'm like, I'll usually like pick between the two, and most of the time you win. Let's be real. If you're on, I'm rating you, like, because, yeah, I don't know. I really like your streams, and I don't get to be in them often, unfortunately.
Gracias, senor. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know. You're just a big inspiration for me. I'm just a little bit of a fan.
Don't make me fucking cry, Max. God damn you. I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of you, you fucking crossroad demon, you. I love it.
I don't know.
I can't believe 1 year has passed. I when you told me, you were like, what are you doing on the 29th? And I'm like, why? You're like, that's our 1 year anniversary. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't believe it. I'm like, that went by so fast.
It's because I was looking over the I was in the like Twitch like, what is it called? Analytics tab for whatever reason. And it has like a view where you can like see like when your first stream was, like to all the streams that you've done since. And I realized like the first one we ever did was today, a year ago, and I was like, and I realized that like a month ago, and I was like, wait a minute, that's really close. And I asked you because like I know you were gonna go hang out with Crims and One Speed, and I was like, please don't be doing it that day. Please don't be doing it that day. We have more important things, I swear.
I planned my Crimcation on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it's a good day. I watched. I think I rewatched the first Friday the 13th that day.
Nice.
Such a good movie.
You should watch Friday the 14th, or Saturday the 14th.
What is that?
There's
That
a movie
sounds
called
hilarious.
Saturday the. It's so good though. It's like so stupid, but it's so good.
It sounds like a scary movie type comedy movie.
100%. It's
awesome.
very like original 13 ghost comedy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I love it.
Speaking of scary movie, I watched Scary Movie for the first time like a while ago. That movie is not what I expected it to be.
What did you expect it to be?
I didn't. So I thought it was just a Scream knockoff movie. I didn't expect there to be like I Know What You Did Last Summer references and all that. So seeing that was cool.
Okay.
And I'd only seen the like "What's up" clip from that movie, so I didn't know there was.
The tree rolls him up and makes him into a blood. I'm like, that's so funny.
God, that movie's great. That movie would not be allowed to be made today.
No,
and
absolutely not.
I want to watch the other. Is it 4? I think it's 4.
4 is the best. 4 is so good.
4 is a good one. I'll keep that in mind.
4 is so good. Yeah, it's the one where they make fun of like signs in 8 Mile.
That's awesome.
Like that one is so funny. It's so funny.
I love comedical horror movies.
Oh yeah.
Like that's why I love Evil Dead so much. Like if something can be both terrifying and like hilarious, that's just my jam. Like that's just me as a person.
Oh, comedy horror is the fucking greatest. I love it. Nothing doesn't need to be even scary. It just needs to just entertain me.
Yeah.
Like Evil Dead 2 is I feel like the epitome of that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. It's so weird. It was so weird going from the first Evil Dead movie to the second one. Like, cause I always get before I watch the movies, I got Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead 1 mixed up in my brain. Mm-hmm. And for some reason I thought Army of Darkness was just a different Bruce Campbell movie. Like I knew it had Bruce Campbell in it. I just didn't think it was an Evil Dead movie.
That makes sense though.
Because I'd only seen the boomstick meme.
This is my boomstick.
Yeah. And I for some reason didn't realize there was a shotgun in Evil Dead, you know?
Shop smart, shop S-smart.
This bad boy was made in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's my favorite line, just that he's explaining the fucking boomstick.
Mm-hmm. You got that?
You got that?
Listen up, primitive screwheads.
Oh my god. I told you that I made my follower alert hello Mr. Fancy Pants, right?
Yeah.
I came out with kind of a really funny line to go after it. It's hello Mr. Fancy Pants. The only thing you're following right now is Jack and shit, and Jack just left town.
Yes.
That's
the only thing you found was Jack and shit. Jack left town.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Me and Chill all have Evil Dead alerts.
Yeah, it's just such a good fucking movie series.
It's just the best. It's just the best.
See, that's what a good Deadite looks like, not this newer stuff.
This is what Deadite should look like, not the shit in Evil Dead Rise. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. So what have you been planning for the rest of the day?
I don't know. This is all I had planned for today.
Perfect. Now the rest of the day to just relax, right?
Relax, yeah.
I'm going to it's called the Pumpkin Blaze. They have a whole bunch of pumpkins in and in different types of they make them look like animals and shit.
Oh,
it sounds like Pumpkin Blaze, where we're all making the pumpkins into bongs and we're all
that's literally what I was thinking. That's why I laughed.
I can hear it. I can see it on your face. It's you're I can hear you being of course Allie's going to the blaze. Of course she is. I can hear it right now.
You're just making a fucking gravity bong with a pumpkin.
Yeah. That's me.
That'd be fucking sick, actually.
I made a gravity bong once when I was a teenager, and it was a pool, and then we took a big liter soda thing, and then made that, and then when a gravity bong, when you smoke it, you have to slowly put it in the water.
Yeah.
And then the smoke rises up. It's just it's so hard to get high when you're a kid.
Maybe that's why I've just never been high.
I was gonna go to work,
and then I got high.
Now I'm homeless, and I know why. Why, Max? Hey, because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da.
Remind me to never get high.
Oh, no. I'm reminded when we're together, I'm gonna be suck on this shit. I'm gonna be like, just trust me.
Just trust me. That was the final words I've ever heard in my life. What? Hey Max, what were your final words? Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You ended up like coughing to death.
Oh, so it'd just be like a normal day for me. That's fine.
Oh my god. That's so fucking funny. His final words were okay.
Okay, with the dramatic shoulder shrug.
Yeah.
Shrug. Okay.
Okay.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
You doing an impression of me doing that is my favorite.
You doing that is my favorite. What's the difference?
Because
It's my favorite thing
because it's literally because every now and then you and I will just look at each other and take like 3 seconds we'll just look at each other and be like, you gonna do it? And then we'll just do it at the same time.
I love it. I love it so fucking much. Like it was just like it was quick.
Yeah, because you were saying something and I didn't want to interrupt you.
That's what you did. That's what you did. It hurts. It hurts,
It hurts
my
for
side.
you. It hurts for me. My entire body is just in shambles right now.
My entire body is sweating. I am a moist lady. Trick or treats, I only got tricks.
But Allie, tricks are for kids.
What are you trying to say?
That you're young and precious?
old.
Question mark.
That's right. That's right. Young and precious. Still old enough to be your mom.
Don't say that. I hate thinking like that.
I know, but if I was a whore, like I could have.
Don't say that. Fuck's sakes.
My mouth hurts from laughing. Oh, so much.
Laughing gives me lockjaw.
Give me lockjaw. Oh my god. That was the last time you sassed me, I think. You're like, lockjaw.
The last time I sassed you, maybe face to face, but I've sassed you for sure in your chats.
I was gonna say you sassing me behind my back.
No, that's mean. At least to me.
I accept my fate. Oh my god.
Oh, my heart
Dude,
hurts.
I'm crying. Yeah, my everything hurts. My stomach hurts. My constitution. Oh man.
Your Bill of Rights.
My bill of rights?
Your Bill of Rights.
What's a bill of right? I can't imagine what a bill of wrong is.
No, I was just making a joke because your Constitution. You also have to have a Bill of Rights.
Oh my god, that just went completely over my head. Complete. I'm thinking Constitution. I'm thinking weak bladder. We're talking about politics.
I
love it.
I don't know.
I love it so much.
It's just really funny to me that you just have like an entire living society like that is just you.
Yeah, it's
like
just me.
You open up your brain and there's just a civilization living in there.
It's like all little ashes, little alleys.
Yeah. Your little like angel and devils on your shoulders are like one is you and one is like Ash. No,
One
one
is,
is one is me and the other is Ash.
Are you the angel or the devil?
Could be either. It's your angel and devil, you decide.
I want an angel and devil Max.
Both of them
I
to
want
be
an
me?
angel. Yes, I want them both to be you. I want the angel Max and the devil Max. And the funny thing is, the devil Max is like not that much different than the angel Max. Like,
no,
devil
that
Max
all
is
checks
still...
out.
Yeah, you're like shit. It's a creepy cave. What should I do? And like Angel Max is like, oh, I don't know. I don't think you should go in there. And the devil Max, devil Max is just like, I mean, I agree with Angel Max, but if you want to go in, I support it.
No, that
like,
is
still,
literally
like,
me.
It's still you. It's wholesome. It's just a little push. Just a little
like,
push.
It's just like I can go both ways. Like I wouldn't mind. Like I treat your life like we're ordering a plate of fries at a restaurant. Like I could go for some fries. Like
oh, so I went completely in a different direction. I'm like, so Angel Max is straight and Devil Max is bisexual.
Well, I mean, I am pan-romantic, so
Yeah.
you know.
Oh my god. I love it so much. Yeah, the Devil Max is just like a tiny bit more adventurous.
No. No, just like Angel Max is just like calm, cool, collected. Devil Max is just like a little more forward with it. Like I flirt with my guy friends a little bit more.
I act like Angel Max, like, how do you like this Halloween shirt? And Angel Max is like, that is such a cool shirt. And then Devil Max is just like, does it need to be a crop top?
That's so funny because I don't think I would ever actually say that.
Because you're Angel Max. You as yourself are Angel Max. Angel Max sounds like a streaming service for just like Teletubbies. Just Christian shows.
It's HBO Max, but like the family edition.
Oh god, I don't want that.
Yeah, me
Take
neither.
me off. Unsubscribe. Oh my god, fuck. Oh, that's so funny. Max, I've had a really great time.
Who allowed our friendship to be this amazing?
Who allowed? No, Devil Max allowed it. He said, go ahead. He's a pusher. Hold on, let me do the Max.
I don't know why I find you doing impressions of me so hilarious.
I'm so glad.
I can't stop.
I'm gonna pee myself, Max. If you keep coughing off screen, I'm gonna pee.
Do you want me to cough into the mic? I don't think people would like that.
I don't know what I want.
We should probably end before we die.
Yeah, that was a great time.
Oh,
Thanks for
boy.
hanging out with us, guys.
Yes, thank you, friends. Holy shit.
Oh my god, that was so fucking funny.
Ignore me.
Sorry.
God damn it.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Exactly.
Who are we rating out to?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question. What's fun? Thanks, Jor. You're either gonna die or pee yourself. One of the two. It's true.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? Thanks for being awesome, Sickle. It's so nice to see you.
Yes,
I
Sicko, I
can't
love
stop
you.
laughing, girl. I'm so glad. Well, I meant to say Will, not girl. Hey, girl. Coffin, yeah, Coffin. Coffin here.
AMC is playing Alan Wake Remastered.
Ooh.
I haven't gotten
Tons
the
of people are playing
chance.
Alan Wake.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to raid AMC yet, so I'm going to
Let's
do
do it.
that.
Let's do it. I was a whore dead. I'm looking out all the.
That is the raid message, friends. Uh, yeah, that's all I have to say on that. Thank you.
Raid message.
Thank you, everyone, for being here and enjoying putting up with us. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for an amazing year of whatever this is.
1 year of giggling and pissing herself on camera. That's pretty
Yeah.
much what this is.
Yeah.
So many memories we made doing this podcast.
So many. All the good ones. Yeah, I don't know when I will be live again. I'm probably going to take this week off since I had two big celebrations back to back. So you guys probably will see me around in other people's streams. I will most likely be in alleys, and yeah, I'll be around. Love and adore you all. You all are amazing. Allie, thank you for putting up with my shit for 1 year.
Thank you. Thank you for the 14 months and the 1 year.
Months, yeah.
Yes.
God, it's
right, guys.
Yeah, the raid is calling now.
The raid is starting. Yep.
We'll leave you. Bye.
Bye. I was like, oh no, the raid's starting.